dito, kundi malalaman mo anong mangyayari kung ikaw ay sumukol. Makinig ka at makinig ka ng mabuti dahil sasabihin ko lang ito ng isang beses. Wala akong pake kung saan ka man nanggaling, pero merong mga tuntunin dito na kailangan mong sundin, mga tradisyon na kailangan mong alamin. Ang unang tradisyon, ang maskara, itago ang tunay na mukha sa hindi kasinlahi. Ang ikalawang tradisyon, ang baluarte, alagaan ang sariling teritoryo. Ikaw ang batas, urado at bertugo ng iyong nasasakupan. Ang ikatlong tradisyon, ang salinlahi, ipaalam sa maestro ang pagsasalinlahi, pupuksain ng sino mang lumapag dito. Ang ikaapat na tradisyon, ang pag-aaruga. Habang ang isang bata ay iyong inaaruga, panagutan mo ang lahat ng kanilang kilos at salita. Ang ikalaman ng tradisyon, ang pagmamano. Igalang at magbigay-pugay habang nasa teritoryo ng iba. Ang ika-6 na tradisyon, ang kamatayan. Isang maestro lang ang pwedeng pumunsa sa isang kasinlahi. Sundin niyo ang itong mga tradisyon at magiging madali ang pamumuhay mo dito. Kundi malalaman mo anong mangyayari kung ikaw ay sumukol.
You're right, Zenma. Right.
Yeah, be.
Testing.
Laban.
Testing.
It be
Okay.
like that.
Okay. All right. We are live and we have a proper mic for the session. Woo! Okay. Welcome to the return of SUKOL. Woo! I'm hoping my mic's still working in Discord. Okay, if I'm using both mics. Good. Okay, it's fine. All right. Welcome to SUKOL. Happy New Year to everybody. Or maligayang taon. Maayong taon. My brain derped. Either way.
Year.
This
Ay,
year.
bagong taon.
No, I'm thinking of taon in like Bisaya.
Ganun.
My brain's lagging on the Bisaya part, but anyways. Happy New Year to
It
everybody
be like that.
and welcome back to SUKOL. Our pre-colonial, well, it's not pre-colonial, it's actual in the thick of it of the colonial Philippines. Vampire the Masquerade exploration, in which we have our lovely characters explore the landscape of their land being taken by the powers that be, that is beyond beyond the usual stories. Is like a slight historical take on how we do the colonial Philippines. That it's the what if vampires? What if the colonizers are actually vampires? Layer. So hello Max, hello to the firsts, and thank you. The trailer will actually change as we go to the halfway point, as discussed with the players. And before we start, just a little bit of a heads up to people. I believe I previously discussed to the players. Oh, hi Jasmine. So, discussing with the players on how many sessions they'd want, because this is still the UNANG YUGTO, or the first arc of this campaign. As discussed with the players, each of them will go through the stages of, the levels of colonization. They're still in.
I thought I was going through the 5 stages of grief.
No, they are going through the 5 stages. I mean, they could be going through the 5 stages of grief, but we'll see. In this arc, they're currently the childers, coming to terms with their aswang status, how they're integrating into this new normal, or this new reality of their land, and how, a different culture of stronger powers that be conquest and different ideologies are coming into their lands, and like how that affects their culture, the dominion of the Camarilla and their own skeletons in their closet, and how they bring it to the Isle of Danag, which is the former name of the Philippines back in the day. For now, we declare that we will be having 20 episodes. So we are already at the halfway point. This is Kabanata 9. So by the 10th, just like in an anime, we'll probably have a new trailer. Maybe, if I have time. But we'll get a new trailer, and we'll go through the development of each of the characters before their lead up, which the time skip will be 50 years. Then Masabi said we're going through 5 stages. That's no lies and slander is it. You didn't hear it from him. But yes, there'll be a lot of surprises in the remaining 10 episodes.
Be prepared to lose your favorite NPC.
No, don't shut up. No, he didn't see it. He didn't see any notes. Don't worry about it. He's just bluffing.
I'm really not.
No. Go to bed. You go sleep. No, it's fine. He's on our side. So yeah, 10 for all players. God damn, we don't have time. We have a session right now. We'll do it later. But thank you for the leaked info. There is no leaked info. This is lies and slander. But yes, we are still currently at the threshold of them discovering their powers, their roles, and the discoveries of not a body being discovered, but like the discoveries of their powers and how they're how they have their own respective powers in this society, and how they can help the Indios, how can they help the locals, how they can bridge the conflicts. Very very BTM. No, I swear nothing. I swear we're gonna take things slow, but we don't know what it's gonna be like 50 years from now in that time skip. So on the 21st episode, or the 21st, the 21 kabanata, that's when things will start to wrap up, as they are, Ancillays, the Childers would have lived about 50 years into this colonization. So, gaslighting, good stick. God damn it. The stick will become gray. No. Yes. Well, before we do recaps, heads up to people. We are doing a time skip, not a 50-year time skip, but it will be 3 months in game since the last session. In the last session, just to give a quick recap, is that they tried to they got the answers that they needed from an unlikely ally, who is the last intellect, the surviving intellect, one from the Visayan regions. And Doña Filomena filled in a lot of gaps, give a lot of info dumps, and tried to answer as much questions to the Childers, to which they also went to the church in which the beer hens were. A lot of horror things happened where they saw, in the words of one of my players, bad Jesus, and they eventually got a chance to run away. What happened again to evil Jesus? It stayed in church. Everybody ran away. Everybody did the after the Meloponi abilities pushing them back. Everybody raced, not exactly to Baguio, but they hid in the forests. Actually, I'll shift the scene over and give the mic. If you could give a shorthand on what exactly happened in the threads.
I'm missing a hand.
No, it's not. God damn it. Go to sleep. Someone's not sleeping. Go. Noe, can you give a shorthand, a little bit of.
Whose child's hand did you just cut off?
No, I'm not final. Can you go to
Sure, Denma.
just walk. Someone's going to the toilet. Go. You give a recap of what exactly happened in the threads that led you to the village of Itin. If you can give us that.
So like describe what happened in the thread.
Yeah, if you can do a shorthand, because we can't read the whole. I know a lot of you guys you went ham with the thread, so we're gonna put bits and pieces on what happened.
Of course. So picture this scene. On the way to Tondo, the kingdom of Tondo, Noe and Lucia have been quote-unquote kidnapped by Itim in order for him to have some help and witnesses for the Methuselah that is said to be within their grounds. Noe had made some attempts to build rapport with Itim, who has always hated him, and by great coincidence, Itim was already also curious about him and how nice he was, despite how much Itim liked to bully him. There were attempts to find similarities in each other, particularly on Noah's part, where he too spoke of his disdain for the Spanish king, how they belittle others and use them to their own benefit. But that fire wasn't enough for Itim, who had the mindset of a warrior. For Noah was but a scholar who never hunted or never went out to fight. He was but a priest. They ended on agreeing to disagree. Whether they're friends or not now, no. But I guess the closest to describe them is they agree to disagree. Let's put it at that. Right, that's it.
With you had a somewhat civil conversation that it didn't end bloodshed, thankfully.
Thankfully.
In those 3 months, I would like to ask,
Yes.
how did you, as Noah, build rapport to the locals? Walk us through the
How?
process, because of course, we can. I want to hear first what Noah's itineraries before we do a little roleplay scene about it. What would be his plans? Like, how did he kind of get to the good graces of the villagers? How did he work things out in the 3 months he was there? What did he have to offer?
It is a combination of a lot of the skills he has. Definitely highlighting his expertise in expression, that 4 dots in expression, which is also supported by his 2 dots in empathy. He would always target is such a sociopathic word. He would always try to speak selectively to people who were more open to him. Start building his network there. And that's just the beginning, though. Most of what he does, he tries not to change them spiritually because he doesn't want to step on their toes. But what he does is become very involved, or rather very knowledgeable about their local laws and customs. He makes sure to know everything. Reflecting how he has recently gotten 2 dots in law, and as well as having a natural 3 dots in etiquette. He knows paano makisama. Despite being a white guy, and you know how Filipinos are, they're very racist, but despite being a white guy, he has built a network starting with the more open-minded Filipinos in the kingdom. So that sort of is how he entered and started the network.
I would say we'll cut a scene as your declaration, so we'll do respective roles. We'll go through the first night.
Yes.
That you you got to his village. I would say this is one of the most, the tension's palpable as you are face to face with Datu Puti. Okay, that's the name that Migs gave me. Okay, I didn't name it. He did. Okay.
That sounds like him. That sounds like him. Yes.
Yes. You are facing like the intensity of the stare of what seems to be Itim's father. His eyes are on you, and whatever hatred you felt, with Itim, it is tenfold with this man in his silent stare. It's almost, it almost feels like the sun, with how uncomfortable it is. He does speak to you. He doesn't bother to speak what he calls yung dila ng mga demonyo. If you understand, good. There's
Yes.
a reason why I'll just translate it English so that people understand for the
Yes.
audience. He says, my son brought you here for a reason, for reasons that I am still failing to understand. And I know that he is currently chosen by the lands. There's a translation that you don't understand, something about Tanag. He is Tanag now. He is of the land. He is of the old lands.
He's up for that.
And why he brings you here? Is it meant for slaughter? As appeasement to our gods? For the many bloodshed you have brought upon our people? No. He wants... It seems he wanted an audience with me. He looks at you and goes, what makes you different from the foul creatures that have tainted our lands?
I'll speak in English, okay?
Yes. But it's assuming that you speak in
Filipino.
Yes.
Of course, he can speak Filipino. He can speak straight Filipino.
Okay.
Yes. No, we will say. Sir, I have come here intentionally, for I have heard that there is a problem greater than what is occurring between the Spaniards and those in Intramuros. I hear there is a great trouble brewing. I simply wish to help. How I may prove this to you, good king? Can I make an etiquette roll to perhaps know how could I show my sincerity to a guy like this, a warrior?
Yes, that is actually a good call at the moment.
Yeah, because like saying it is one thing, but like him believing me is another.
You can opt to use charisma or appearance for this role.
Charisma appearance. Okay, got it.
It's you choose either
Did we
charisma or
heal
appearance.
willpower then, Ma?
I would say
Have we
everybody
healed
acted
willpower?
on their virtue. You know, you were labbing. Everyone, I believe you got a plus. Everyone got +1 on their virtue, so it replenishes to max.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Everyone got a +1 in virtues. That's nice. Sige. Then I will I will add my what you call it, striking looks. Is that alright?
This one in particular, just
You can say no. It's okay.
just note that the keywords I would choose for the striking looks is alarming and threatening. Note that you are, this is the father of Itim you're dealing with. So you can add that, but note the effect. It chose those specific words in verbatim. They're not gonna see it as a positivity thing if you're using striking looks, because you're gonna use otherworldly abilities for it.
I see. Then instead of doing that, I would like to use my fast talking jargon, which allows me to use any specialty I have for any charisma or social role.
Okay.
And I'd like to apply conversation,
Yes.
if that's all right.
Yes, that's
Cool.
correct.
Cool. Okay. Then gonna make this roll. First roll of the day. Charisma, etiquette, 6, 7 D10. Difficulty?
I would say this is a headstrong man. So this would be while he is mortal, it's almost as if you're dealing with the stubbornness of a kindred. So
vampire.
it's 7. Yep. I'll treat this as a 7.
And how many successes do I need?
You would need 3.
I will use a willpower. So 14 D10. Lord, please. Okay. 3D10. Okay. Yan din, ma.
Nice rules. It has been a while for me to.
1, 2, 3, 4. I think I got 4 then, ma.
Oh, good.
4 successes.
Oh, it team's here. It will help me paint the picture.
Oh, hi.
Ohayo gozaimasu. We are doing a flashback
Hello.
in which Itim brought the gang to your village, and they're currently having a conversation with your father, Dato Puti. Oh, damn.
That's nice.
I want to ask, why did you give us like context as to why you brought these hooligans over to your father? Paint us a picture of what's going through Idim's mind right now.
Well, first of all, the first thing that went through my mind, the first thing that keeps going through my mind is the fact that that one old lady told me to use foreigners to my advantage, and right here in front of me are 2 foreigners who are willing for me to take advantage of them. So I take that as a sign to bring them here, have them explain the inner workings of the Castilla, the regime, and also with my off-stream talk with Padre Noe, there's kind of a bit of trust there that we might be on the same page.
Might
So
be.
yeah, I was on the fence at first, bringing them here, having them talk, and actually giving them a bit of shelter from what's recently happened. But that doubt kind of got swept under the rug a bit. Over, like, it's a positive versus negative thing for me. And I think
I would like to add to that I have been promoted from devil to pussy. I'm just a pussy.
well, yeah, kinda. Like, I don't know which one's worse though, but we'll see.
Yeah. Welcome back to Manila, by the way, Megs.
Yay!
Thanks, bro. I just came back from a wedding in Australia, bro. It was amazing.
Oh
Oh my god, you should have brought us, bro. Oh my gosh.
Yes, her name was Den Mother, and the guy was
What?
also very handsome.
Hi!
Wow.
Wala pa. Okay, sorry. I gotta...
No
Just
pictures,
kidding.
bro?
No, I
my
came from Japan. Sorry.
No.
Tell us more about it later, man.
Yes, fun. So, this is just a cool picture. So in this instance, as just to give a recap to it as well, you are already considered of the land. Kasama ka na, isa ka ng danang. Isa ka na, like you are part of the old lands. That's what your father calls you. You are danang. The land owns you. You are the guardian of the lands. And there's a bit of confusion with how this white demonio seems to know how to pay respects, not just to an elder, but to someone of hierarchy. The way he speaks, despite, he is aware of what you are. He's aware of everyone that's part of the group. Why is Jepoy there? Jepoy's not there, okay. And oh my god, I just realized there are two people there that are not supposed to be there. Hold on. But in that sense, you realize that he kind of turns to his son for guidance as he goes, gagamitin ba natin sila para sa game? Sa away natin, sa mga tayuan.
I step forward to do a slight bow and tell them, Opo, Ama. Kahit nasa akin ang lakas, nasa kanila ang talino. Ang kaalaman na hindi ko madadala sa atin, kundi makukuha natin sa kanila.
They look towards Noah, still with an eye of suspicion. He goes, I'm afraid our customs will let you stay in our village. But note that you are to make your own home in the outskirts. We do not know your beliefs, but you must not touch any of the women here. You must not lay a finger on them. You are not to spread your seed.
He gives whatever constitutes as a bow in this culture. How to pay respect once again. You grace us, my king. Thank you. This is in Filipino, by the way, for itim. We're just translating.
The goes, we have strict rules here. We have gods. We have rituals. You will be demanded to act like a danang. You are to follow my son's footsteps. Should my son see any problem, should any of the village be threatened, there is no mercy. The lands and my son know this. You will be slain. We have
No
laws here.
nuts.
I look towards Padre Noe, giving him a knowing nod.
I nod back.
He also looks towards Lucia as he goes, same to you. You are not to make a prey of our men. You are not to distract them of their whims. We are aware of the powers of the Danag, especially your kind. You can tell he's not aware of the religious connotations of a priest and nun. He's just saying, y'all, what? No,
Oh,
don't you dare.
what? Oh, wait. Actually, Noe
Oh my
Noe
God.
gave like a knowing nod to itim and then looked back, but naglaging utak niya like seed. Wait, he means making children.
Yeah. It's like,
Meanwhile, while everyone's talking, naglalag lang ako.
She's just lagging perpetually. And Noah has that serious look. He nodded to itim, paused, and then it's just almost a stiff stone-faced look like, I would never do that.
Wait, did Noe think that it was about planting trees?
Yeah, he thought it more on like a socio-political context, like don't plant seeds of like your religion here. Like no, it's like I completely understand. You have your own culture.
Yeah, no converting.
Wait, children?
yeah, it's like, don't
Nag-oo na lang si Noe. Nag-oo na lang siya. Like, of course.
Don't see sow your wild oats here. It's like, no.
He honestly thought it was more socio-political than that, so he already nodded like, yes, my king. Yes, my king. You will realize it afterward, like, wait, no, don't bend the woman. Well, obviously, I'm not gonna do that.
Meanwhile, Lucia's like, ako? Kinakausap mo ba ako? Tangina, anong sinabi nito?
He goes, and then he immediately goes, he looks at his son and goes, you know, the place where we put our exiles. Put them there for now. But tonight, I understand, given the travels, you will rest here. But note, you will be put on the huts for the exile.
I understand, Father.
And with that, you have a burden to bear to teach them the ways of how our kind, how our version of the Danag. You note that he never uses the word aswang towards you. This is for Itim. He calls you Danag.
Wait, so let me get this straight. He knows that we're Aswang.
Yes.
Hmm. But it's more like you're the chosen one.
Are
You're chosen of
we?
the land. You
Are
specifically.
we? We're the only Danag here, right?
You asked that to your father?
Hmm.
Because okay, personally, I'd like to maybe at a
Hmm.
later time. I'd like to ask him in private. But him being so welcoming of me, treating me like that almost immediately after he finds out, is kind of suspicious to me. Like it's not. It seems
Well,
like too usual.
Um, so note that you're meeting with your father privately. There's none of the tribe chiefs because some of them are still off to the wars, protecting parameters. Everything's like heightened here. So he does tell you to rest here, and you can have a private conversation if you'd like with him now. We can do a segue as basically Noe succeeded on a good etiquette role to basically allow passage in the village. And we will do corresponding roles on how, you better develop the relationships with people in the village in the 3 months. But for Itim, would you like a flashback of a conversation with your father?
Yes, I would.
This would be when he kind of brings them to one of the kubos, like a bit farther. Not, it's still within his compound, but not like it's like out of reach, even for unless somebody's gonna use their auspex side eyes. So anyone using their auspex to eavesdrop on this conversation? Asking to people who has auspex. Uh, would anyone?
Noah's out, so
Uh,
because
I'll be right
I'll
back,
share.
Mona.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so I will just ask later on. So I would say, unless they turn out auspex, no one would be in earshot. He kind of turns to you, and there's this like unreadable expression in which I will need you to roll. see if you
Oh,
can
roll.
see if you can read your father's emotions right now. Perception and empathy.
Oh wow, I'm pretty much gone. Perception is 2, empathy is 2. That's 4. Roll 4d10. First roll. Oh, is bad. 2 success, I assume.
Yeah, it's 2 successes. There's a quiet rage, but it's not towards you.
I I step forward. I ask, looking around, making sure we're private. I ask, ano pong dumadaloy sa isip niyo, Ama?
Sino ba yung gumawa sa'yo nito? Kailangan ko malaman.
Hindi, hindi po. Hindi po sila. Bagamat biktima lang din sila, katulad ko.
Sino? Sino ang
Ang tawag,
gumawa sa'yo?
ang nung isang gabi po, nung naglalakbay po ako sa gubat natin, may nakasalubong po ako. Akala ko po isa sa mga halimaw. Nung nakita ko po, tao po pala siya. Tawag po nila sa kanya ay uramentado. Pagkakilala ko ay Dato Ariman.
Eyes widen as is Heath kind of grit his like siya yung there's a conflict in his face as he immediately tells you, yung limaw na hinahabol natin. Nung
Siya
nawala
po?
ka. Siya yung kapit siya sa amin. Sa tribo natin. Okay, tayo na lang yung naiwan. Inisip niya na kasama tayo sa mga traidor. Sumama sa mga dayuhan. Inaway tayo. Pinaglaban ko lang ang ating tauhan. Iba ang galit ng isang danag. Daming namatay. Ginawa ka niyang mabuti na lang hindi ang mga dayuhan na danag ang gumawa sa'yo.
When Idim's father makes that pause, Idim feels this wash of shame over him. He's no longer. It's all this time he's been referred to as Danag, and only once as his son, and it kind of feels like that's all he is right now. It's most of what he is, but there's a sense of relief knowing that he isn't completely alienated from the tribe. He's still in the tribe, but he's seen as something else. But during this conversation, he kind of realizes, Ama, pwede po bang magtanong?
Ano yun?
Tinatawag niyo po akong Danag, ngunit nung una niyo pong nalaman bakit po hindi kayo natakot, may iba ba po na katulad ko na dumaan dito?
Ang tribo natin may mga sikreto na hindi mo alam. Malalaman mo lang sana kung ikaw ay umalit sa akin. Pero may ibang plano. May ibang plano ang mga espiritu, mga diwata. Pinili ka nila na promotekta sa ating lupain. May mga tao na nakakuha ng tulad mo na ikaw ay pinili maging danag. Hindi ka na maging tao. Hindi ka na pwede maging he kind of pauses. Ang magiging anak mo lang ang mapili mo.
Teka lang. Ha, may balita ako. May natutunan ako dito sa mga dayuhang ito, sa mga aswang na ito. Natutunan ko na pag napatay natin, may oras pa. Kung mapatay natin ang ormentado, kung mapatay natin si Dato Ariman, may pagkakataon pa akong bumalik sa pagkatao.
Patayin mo ba? Ang pinili ng mga kanino, ang pinili ng Diyos na protektahan ang ating lumaw. Wala akong magagawa. Ikaw ay pinili. Wasak ang aking puso, aking lahi, aking you can see like this like a blow on the fact that he is essentially losing his legacy. But just a correction, your mother's already dead in this situation. Your mom's already long dead, or is she still alive? This is for a thing.
Oh, is it a question?
Yes, it's a question.
I'd like for her to be alive.
Okay. But she's too old to have children at the moment. You know that you were supposed to be the heir, the one that would inherit and run this village. But it is
Yes.
unfortunate that you were chosen by the lands to protect it. A supernatural pamana. If the Aninos and the gods choose you to turn into an aswang, there was a reason for it. He is angry for the Juramentato, but he understands he was doing this out of protection to take out the traitors. You would have to work with the Juramentato. You were both chosen now to protect the lands. To join the likes of the other Danags like Lapu-Lapu. There are datos that are chosen for them. Yes, Lapu-Lapu is a Danag as well.
Oh, he is?
Yes.
Hearing all this, hearing the praise that his father gives him, at the same time, the shame that he has, how powerful his dad looks, something boils inside him. Prior to this, everything that he knows pointed to him being a monster, and now suddenly he's not, even though he feels like one, and all these thoughts coalesce into him speaking out. So ganun na lang po yun? Wala po tayong magagawa? Tatanggapin na lang po natin to? Kaya ko. Kaya ko pa makapaglaban. Hindi ko kailangan maging ganito.
This is when you see a rage of anger in your father. You deny the gods. You deny your own godhood. You know
And you deny me of my right to see the sun?
you are no longer my son. You are of the old lands. You are now chosen to protect not just me, not just the tribe, the entire land. It is above me now. It is above you. You no longer have a birthright with me. You now carry the weight, the power to clear the fields of ENG. You are no longer my son, my mortal son. I recognize you as the legends foretold, a god among us. A god that will protect. Given how many has been lost, you are the answered prayer. I may have lost a son, but you are our only hope to drive out the evils in this land. Do you understand? You cannot go back. Because that will be the end of us all. Forget your humanity. You are Danag now. You will do what is right for this land and for your people.
Itim bows his head, not willing to see his dad tear up. He not willing to let his dad see him tearing up, biting his lip to the point where it bleeds, if it even bleeds at all, if any tears still flow from within him. He does nothing. He bows and says, babantayan ko na po ang mga dayuhan natin.
He just nods. He doesn't look at you, his son. You can tell this is a pride of a man who's, staying strong, hiding his broken heart, knowing he has to put on a brave face. Because this is what is needed. Someone strong to push back the monsters.
And all the while, Tim is thinking the only words that are echoing in his mind is, I am no longer his son. And so I no longer have a family. I will step out and go to my group, the one that I'm supposed to watch over because that's my duty. I am now a tool.
A lonely god. A god with so much power to ostracize. We shift real quick, just as a refresher. If Isco, as you know, this is like a fade scene. Isco, Isco. I just wanted to ask, with the conversation back and forth with Lucia, did you actually go with them to the village, or
Yes.
did you follow Jepboy? I just wanted to know where your path split, because I know there was a bit of a thread where you had a back and forth with Lucia.
Yeah. He would follow Jepboy.
Ooh. Oh. Okay. If you did follow Jepboy in those 3 months. Ooh. I would say is this something I can pull you in Bolong real quick? Something I need to have a quick conversation with you.
Sure.
Because no one needs to know
Okay.
what's happening in Isco's
Okay.
Okay, well. I'll be right back, folks. This is only a conversation that has to happen between us. I talked to Sisa about
Okay.
it. Sisa's plotline, but this will be unfortunate given your choice, and if you're okay with it, Jepboy unfortunately
yes.
will be tied. You're gonna be forcefully working for the 2 individuals, one of which is Antonio, because
Antonio.
as well as remember the pirate dude? The pirate dude that
We gone?
yes, Rigon. So Rigon is your main boss. Given that you failed the mission at the church, you're essentially indebted to both Antonio and Rigon. You are considered like alipin in a sense. Jepoy is
Yeah.
kept alive, but it seems as if he's being used to take control of a lot of the farmlands, a lot of the farmers. I would say no pressure, but you'll need to make a roll. This is based on Jepoy's family survival. Don't worry about it.
Oh my god.
Um,
In
this would be you can use a manipulation and subterfuge.
do I roll here or on
You can roll on roll 20. They can see the roll. They're not good. You just have to roll subterfuge and manipulation.
manipulation?
That's 8 dice. This
Something.
is 7 above, 3 successes. This would mean if you've made more or less a transactional debt that would spare the family of Jeppoy, but you would have to do something for Rigon and Anton.
Can I use my willpower?
Yes, you may.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 10, 10, 2 rerolls, 11 minus 1. You have 10 successes.
Hey.
So I would say just a little bit of like role play in which are you okay with doing a role play where
Yep,
for people
good.
to be shocked where you'll be at Bahe Carmina and you will be tasked to more or less help like you're more or less gonna help with the passage routes and like discovering, like they'll make you do a lot of heinous things in those 3 months, possibly kill
Okay.
humans and whatnot. Would that be okay for Isco as a payment of that?
He has no choice. It's a bargain. Oh. He won't be okay with it the first few times. Of course, there will probably be uh a very intense internal conflict between, do I kill them, do I not? But he ultimately does so just for Jetboy's family. Because it's like he's already in the swamp. So he can be the monster for this short period of time. Just
Cool. So, and if it's okay, just a little segue, you will be partnered up with Sisa for a little bit. To, we'll end this session with you and Sisa being the visitors to the village. If that's okay. Would that be okay with you?
Yep,
All right.
I am okay.
All right. So we're gonna reenact the scene real quick.
Mhm.
We'll go back. We'll go back.
Yep.
Thank you.
Mataba.
Bisaya
I
lang
feel like
alam
most of
ko.
our ano.
Hello.
Naisipan ko
Yeah, we do
Tagalog
have
eh.
yung mga
I
Ilocano,
heard.
ganyan.
Yes.
Then,
Hi,
do we have
Dana.
a Tagalog curse? Like a Tagalog curse word?
Like,
Kasi mga pumapasok sa isip ko, may Spanish tarantado, putang ina.
I remember another one, but it's Ilocano.
Is
uh,
Buisit Filipino or
yeah,
Tagalog?
we said Tagalog. Yeah.
It's cool.
I need to look it up.
Kita mo wala tayong mura, pero tayo kilig.
Ang piste?
Iste
Iste, I
Yes.
think was
Bisaya.
ano.
Bisaya.
Bisaya. Okay, okay.
Alright. So
Oh.
we'll do a quick flashback scene from Itib's POV. Still within the 3 month period. Uh Isco, can you give us a little bit of a cliff notes on the discussions you had with Lucia before you went with Jetboy and found Jet?
Okay. Um, right before heading out with Jetboy, he kind of collected some stuff. Some with properly crafted, some he already used before, and he's a bit scared to steal from the Donya. That's why he didn't steal anything from her. And as he's trying to climb over the gate so as to not uh, try and alert any spies that might have been watching, he was stopped by Lucia, who was apparently kind of wondering where he's going. He tried to be quiet at first, but since they have this very huge language barrier between them, it didn't work out the way that he wanted it to. So they ended up actually having just a conversation with him going down the fence and sharing a little bit of kind of let's say a little bit of compassion with what the other is going through to the best of what they could understand. And uh they just kind of shared this little wholesome moment of, okay, I will try to just be calm for this time before we actually head into the fray, like the calm before the storm. And it's in this that Lucia kind of gives him money Yeah, we did not play BTM. She gives him money, some for Isco and some for Jetboy, which he kind of takes into account that, wow, Lucia is really pretty kind for her kind. Because she's very pretty. She's also so uh that's the kind of uh input that he has, because before, yes, he did know that she was pretty. It was very evident from the very first time that they saw each other. But after having this conversation, there's like a deeper, slightly better admiration for her. Not in a romantic way, but more like respect towards what or who she is as a person. And then after that, he just, I don't know what happened, because we're supposed to go to Noah and Tim. It
Hi,
didn't
sorry.
happen.
Sorry, I couldn't get to that. Pwede quick declaration na lang, Noe was trying out street food, but he can't eat anymore.
Oh, that's sad.
Because he can
Aw.
only drink blood. I imagine it's like a cute scene where he
Yeah.
saw Isko and like, gusto mo ng isaw?
Oh, definitely he would do that.
And then we
So he
eat it
would say,
together. It tastes like shit.
"Oh, I can eat food. I'm sorry."
I eat food. Oh my god!
I
No
don't.
one, no one be like, ang tagal ko nang hindi nakakakain ng isaw.
'Di bale kakainan kita. He's just gobbling everything. Ikaw
Meanwhile,
magsasabi ka ba?
Lucia is like, is this how it normally tastes like? Is it shit?
Parang hindi nila nilinis ang isaw na to.
Hello?
Uy, nilinis nila, oh.
Hello, 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 hello. Yeah, Isa, okay.
Yeah, pa-
Yeah.
I just think it's that
Adult
kind of cute
summertime
scene.
means
No one was just wanting to eat chick.
Okay, just a heads up, the bot is going through an update in 10 to 15 minutes, so the music, there won't be music for 10 to 15 minutes. It hurts my soul.
Okay lang.
I'm just gonna play it on stream now. But in that
It's okay.
moment, you know, with the fondness of the memories of, you know, the last few before, you know, before the things that happened, like all the fondness, all the happiness was immediately dissipated in an instant, as it's kind of hard to believe that that happened, and in the same 24 hours, or like in the same night, you are now brought to Bahay Carmina with Jetboy whimpering. Brought to one of the rooms that you have gotten acquainted with when you were dragged into it, but this time you are not alone, unfortunately. You're with Jetboy. I wonder if there's a wandering thought if Jetboy would enjoy street food in this stressful time, but
Uh,
there's
the
the few flittering moments of happiness all but dissipated when you are now in the face of one of the monsters responsible for Jetboy being so broken. The happiness of, like, the moments, it feels like almost a dream. As Rigon goes, di ba may usapan tayo?
while they're entering the Bahay Carmina, he's probably a few steps, or not a few steps, just a few inches in front of Jepway, but he's still keeping stride with him. And then, as they're about to actually step inside, he gives Jepway a little pat, just a very little pat, because he thinks Jepway is aching everywhere. So it's just a very little pat. It says, "Akong bahala sa'yo."
When you actually do touch him, you see him like flinch, almost like, you know, almost afraid. And he kind of, and he's in, they can see the the whimpering and like I need you to roll real quick a perception and empathy. Do you have that? Do you have empathy?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Wait. Perception. I have.
Oh. It's this is like this is you can tell like he's in a moment when he looks at you, there's this flash of like a mix of almost questioning, almost accusatory of like why with his eyes puffy and red as he looks at you and the snot going down his face as he why and he kind of turns away and doesn't look at you as you're being dragged to the rooms and they're facing Rigon and Antonio in the background in the shadows just watching. You can feel his eyes, but Rigon is the speaker. He says, akala ko may usapan tayo. Dadalhin mo sa akin kung saan si Tatang. Kaya atraso yun sa akin. May trabaho ka, diba? Dalhin yung dalawang dayuhan dun sa simbahan. Ano nangyari? Kwenta mo sa akin ano nangyari.
He kind of bites his lip and has this. His hands are like brushing together in front of him. And he goes, ganito kasi yung bossing eh. Sinubukan ko naman. Kaya lang kasi meron yung isang kasama namin na masyadong malaki ang katawan. Tingnan mo naman yung katawan ko. Medyo nadala sila agad eh. So, nagpunta rin naman sila dun sa simbahan eh, di ba? Kaya, akala ko okay na yun, bossing. Si Tatang naman, ay, sorry, bossing. Teka lang, ituloy ko lang. Si Tatang, wala naman kasi akong control dun sa matandang lalaki na yun eh. Alam mo bang ilang beses niya ako iniwan kung saan? Hindi ko na alam, gagawin ko nga din eh.
Wala na siya sa syudad. Malis na siya.
Tingnan nyo yan. He kind of like snaps his finger.
May mga mata na nakita na kayo ay nakita bago siya umalis.
Oo nga po, sinabi kong puntahan niya kayo eh. Hindi ba sumunod? Tingnan nyo nga yun.
So, narinig mo yun. Tingin siya kay Antonio. Ginawa daw niya trabaho niya. Pero, nawala yung madre. Nawala yung padre. Ano nangyari sa umalis lang sila. Hindi kami sinanyalis. Alam mo, nakatakas na din yung mga kasama ng madre dun sa simbahan.
Yung mga magaganda. He's like, he kind of leans in. Mga magaganda. Sayang.
So, in your own response, you see Jeppo is not looking anywhere but at the ground. And he's just quaking as Antonio turns. Narinig mo yun, Jeppo? Hindi niya nagawa yung kailangan gawin. You see Jeppo is starting to shake. Wala tayong nagawa.
Teka lang, boss. Ano? Teka lang, baka pwede pa natin ayusin to.
Bakit? Sabi mo, mahina ka. Sabi mo, wala kang lakas. You see like how Antonio's...
mag-exercise na po ako.
Nawala yung mga babaeng swak. Mga patay sa mga tao. Nagpatay ng mga tao sa isang barko. At sila, nakatakas. Alis din ang mga madre. Alam mo ba kung saan sila nagpunta? Yung madre at padre. Alam mo ba kung saan dinala ng malaking tao? Alam mo ba kung saan isko?
He bites his lip. Pwede ko sigurong alamin.
So, hindi mo alam. Narinig mo yun. Hindi niya nagawa yung trabaho. Takas. I'm sorry, Jeffoy. Tapos sabi niya, please, please. It's like you start to hear Jeffoy, please. He goes down on all fours, all begging. Please, ako na lang kunin niyo. Huwag yung pamilya ko.
Teka lang po,
Huwag yung pamilya. And it's Jeffoy
Marami
starting to
akong
shake.
kilala. Mahanap ko sila.
Pero inaamin mo na hindi mo ginawa yung trabaho mo. Diba? Malakas.
Hindi sa hindi ginawa, pero
Or di mo,
hindi ako nagtagumpay. Iba yun eh. Magkaiba yun eh.
and then he goes, tagumpay. Success. Failure. They're all the same. At the end, hindi nakuha ang mga kailangan ibigay justisya. Sila. Tatang. Yung mga babaeng birhen. At yung mga kailangan gumawa ng trabaho nila ay hindi makita. Wala ang padre. Alam mo, tarantado yung nagtataranta ng tarantado. He kind of changes his tarantadong padre. Ay, hindi. Nataranta. Is that the right word? Yes. Taranta. Worried for his padre. His golden child. Thus, Rigon translates it for you. Basically, so many mistakes were happening that night. And the safety that Jepway was banking on. He promised that he would do his job, that he would get them to deal with the threat of the nuns, but it is not done. It is a failure. There was an agreement, and it was not fulfilled. And so Antonio goes, I'm really sorry, Jepway. Matino ang usapan natin. And Jepway is just breaking down right now. Bleeding.
Oh.
Begging.
Teka lang, bossing ha. Like, he kind of goes serious. He advances forward, kind of stepping in front of Jepway. His hands are in front of him in like kind of a soothing gesture. He's like, teka lang, bossing ha. Ako yung nagkamali. Bakit siya yung paparusahan niyo?
Hindi ka naman na dapat. Iba yung may-ari sa'yo. Iba yung amo mo. Hindi. Itata. Ako yung amo niya. Supposedly.
Pwede naman po ako magtrabaho para sa inyo. Kapalit ni Jepway.
A pause. Rion eyes widen. Looks at Anton. Narinig mo yun? Gusto niya magtrabaho kasama mo. Alipin mo. Rigon smiles. Antonio crosses his arm.
Ito kind of bites.
Anong magagawa mo para sa akin? Ang dami mo ng pagkakamali.
Sa mali niyo kasi ako nilalagay, bossing eh. Hindi naman yun ang pinakalakas ko.
Ano yung lakas mo?
Magaling akong tumusot sa mga hindi ko dapat pinapasukan. Magaling akong kumuha ng mga hindi ko dapat kinukuha.
And with that, Antonio smiles. Sa mga hindi natapos na trabaho. Para kay Jepol? Ikaw ay papalit kay Jepol?
Oo, boss.
Sige. May kailangang gawin. May mga merkado na hindi mo nagrespeto sa amin. Mga tao. Mga Indio. May lugar sila na alam ko tago mas tago na hindi makikita lahat ng Guardia Civil. Marunong ka lumusot, hindi ba? Hanapin mo yun. Yung lugar.
Oo, boss. Anong kailangan kong nakawin?
He looks around. God damn it, not start. Sorry, someone stopped in the background.
It's okay.
And in this moment, he gives you a name. A name.
I'm sorry, I did not understand.
Nag-mute si Denma. Baka pusa
Yeah.
problem. Pusa
I
problem.
don't know.
Yeah, you definitely know.
Ayaw Isko.
Isko.
I got it.
Idol
Natupid yan
kita.
ba?
May now,
Idol kita, bro.
Idol kita.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sure.
I actually don't have it pulled up right now. God damn it. Oh no, I'm
It's
gonna.
okay, it's okay.
It has to come in as a surprise. Hold on. Neighbor's neighbor. No. You. No. It's. Oh, I thought you listed it on your Notion instead. It's fine. I thought I would find it here first. The piece of paper he slides over to you is a familiar name to Isu. And it is. What was the name of your dad?
Oh my god. I don't know the name of my dad. Wait a minute.
Yeah, that's the problem I
Wait.
had. But more or less.
Did I have a name? Wait a minute. Let's just call him Fernando.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are more or less tasked to kill your dad.
This paper, he grabs it. He's like probably thinking just, oh, it's just gonna be some random person that's he's gonna steal something from. Then he's very casual at taking it, and then he opens it up, and it's like he turns into stone. He kind of just stares at it for a very long while, and then he asks, "Saan sila nakatira?"
Yapo. Yapo? Yeah. Yes. They recently established business there, and they avoid to pay the tariffs. A lot of these businessmen think they are above such things because they are well loved by the community. They have to follow law. They think they can hide the business underneath their floorboards, underneath prying, away from prying eyes. You know a way to get in. You need to send a message.
Anong mensahe?
Rigon walks forward, hands over to you a dagger. Right at the chest.
He takes the dagger with his left hand and kind of unconsciously he grabs his collar, starting to loosen it around his neck, as if it's already a loose shirt. It doesn't have a collar, but he's loosening it up, like he's finding it a little hard to breathe. And then he just steps back a little bit. Okay. Kailan po?
Your boy's on borrowed time. He's overextended his mercy. And Jepoy kind of looks up and then he kind of grabs at your leg and says, "Hindi mo kailangan gawin to. Ba't yan? No." And he kind of shakes, but he's just like, "Oh." He's torn. There's still the morals of Jetboy, knowing what you're about to do, but knowing his family's life is on the line. He kind of looks at you, and you realize with that one point of empathy, what his frustration meant. For giving him hope that he could get out of this perilous situation with the group, but knowing he can't.
He looks at Antonio, and then at Rigon, and then back at Antonio, and says, Pag ginawa ko ba to, palalayain niyo yung pamilya ni Jepoy?
Antonio goes, "You have my word. Man's honor. They will live."
Maliban sa mabuhay, magiging malaya ba sila?
He gives you like this quizzical look. Are we ever truly free? With the sins you have stacked, you think you can pay for their freedom? You can't even pay for yours. You understand that sins you have made, your failures of tagumpay, carries with it a consequence. You will bear for life. You should be dead by now. His family should be dead. This is a kindness. This is a second chance that you can never get. This is your last chance. As is with Jepoy. And Jepoy understands this. If he wants to keep his family alive, he should know better and continue to serve and make sure may tagumpay na bawat tao. There's like this almost Mona Lisa smile. It's like a fake smile.
Do they have auspex? Like, do they read minds?
You don't know. You don't know right now.
I don't know, but if ever, they would at least have a hint of how much Isko wants to punch their faces and bury this dagger to their chests instead of anyone else. There's that. His hands, his grip on the dagger is very, very tight, almost like his knuckles are turning white. But his breathing is a little bit ragged, although he's keeping it kind of normal, just for Jepoy not to panic more. And of course, he doesn't want to show these two people what he's actually feeling. Although if they do have auspex, they would know. Like he's fucking you two. God, yeah. He kinda swallows like this very big lump in his throat. He just wants to get out of there right now, so he goes, "Yun lang po ba?"
You say that. You recognize as Rigon kind of theatrically escorts you outside. And it's more or less a blur now, as from Bahay Carmina, back to a familiar spot. A spot that you, under different circumstances, you wish you could be walking. I will pull up the skinita. Remember that old skinita road? Back in the old day.
Mm-hmm. And they're gone? Like, we're alone there?
You are alone, but you are never truly alone. You know how Anton has nurses, following you, based on the knowledge that was told to you by Doña Filomena. You are never truly alone. The eyes.
Okay.
You're back here in this spot, walking the skinita. Last time you were walking here, leaving, trying to escape responsibilities. I need you to roll for dexterity and stealth.
Wait, dexterity. Oh my god.
Oh no!
I just said I'm good at this, but this is not good.
Oh no, this is so bad. Oh my god, no.
It is very
So what happens actually is you realize, like, there's, from what I remembered in the first few sessions, there's this frustration on how, there's this need to be an upright man. There's, like having to do business, having to find a wife for his family, do everything for the family business, do everything right. He always berated you when, you would go around with your shenanigans. But this time, as you head there, you realize that perhaps you and your father were not so. With how he somewhat was sly in his own way. Knew a way to hid from authorities in the way that was not as, the level of thievery, but enough to, do a sleight of hand, do a turn the other cheek. You are your father's son. And in that moment, your body, as it goes through, the door creaks, signaling those inside someone entering. You knew the back spot where he would have his carriage parked. He immediately comes out with a gun pointing at you. And then the look of shock when he sees you, he drops his gun, rushes towards you, and embraces you. Nak! Papo, saan ka nang... My God, like, he seemed like, Ako, saan ka nang galing? Saan ka pumunta? Nag-alala ko at yung nanay mo.
He probably didn't notice the dagger that Sko is still holding. Like, he didn't actually let it go. And when his father's weight just suddenly pressed into him, he's kind of like... His hands are still, like, just hanging by his sides. He didn't actually hug him back. It's just kind of standing there, the way after he opened the door. And he's just kind of silent as he's gritting his teeth. And at the moment, he doesn't know what to say.
Like, he kind of has this little nicknames for you. When he's pissed, he calls you by your full name. When he's affectionate like this, he would call you Paco. Or Kiki. He never calls you Is. If he's like this affectionate, you are reminded again when you are a child. When you realize your fascination for dirt balls started with him. How he would roll up the dirt for you and give it to you to throw. See it disintegrate from a distance when it explodes as you drop it. Yes, dirt lore. Incorporate.
Yeah, we have the third lord. Oh my god. He pinches his eyes closed so tight, and then he kind of gives himself the. Oh wait, is Jeppa here? Am I alone? Is Jeppa with me?
Your boy is not with you.
Oh, I am alone. Okay.
You're alone, air quote alone, but you know that the Nosferatus are
Yeah.
like, watching you.
Yep. He shuts his eyes and then sucks in a quick breath and says, Tay, medyo hindi na ako makahinga dyan sa yakap niyo.
Goes. Nangyari? Ano nangyari sa'yo? Hala.
He can't look at him in the eyes.
Because kailangan ko sabihan yung nanay mo na okay ka na, hindi ka patay, okay ka. Na namin nakita ng ilang linggo, halos mag-iisang buwan na. It was then he notices the dagger. He pauses for a bit. Oh,
He's kind of breathing more raggedly now. Like, ah. Guy. He keeps on biting his lip, and it's like he's getting more and more restless while he's standing right in front of him. Pwede ba akong pumasok sa loob? Hindi. Labas na lang tayo. Hindi. Sa loob na lang.
There's this. If you can see his face, almost as if he recognizes the doctor. And he goes, "Saan mo nakuha yan?"
Napulot ko lang.
Sinungaling sa akin.
Like, he's trying to smile, but it doesn't even last a split second before it turns into something else. More like a grimace, and then a frown, and then he tries it again, and then it's just the same thing that disintegrates immediately. And his hands are shaking. It's like, dyan lang. Di na kailangan gisingin sila nanay. He gives that grin, but it's not happy at all. It's more like there's pain in that grin. And he goes, "Di ko pwedeng gawin." Di ko pwedeng gawin yun, Tay. Tangina.
Hindi mangyayari yun. Pwede tayo malis. Protektahan yung... Kaya protektahan na.
He has his fist by his mouth and he's shaking his head. Tay. Kaya ko ba to? Kunin niyo na lang ata yung baril niyo. Ayun lang, Tay.
He kind of takes your hand with the dagger. Pwede tayo malis.
He tries to fight it, like he's trying to grab it away from him.
Ooh, okay. Make a strength roll and a strength. You have it'll be a melee because you're trying to
And so,
strength and melee.
strength and melee?
Play it away.
Okay.
Oh my god.
What is
one
this?
roll. One reroll. Oh my god. Okay. I would say you managed to pull it away that he's not able to hold it. He actually frees it. Seeing how fast
What?
you were to pull away the dagger. And then he goes, kailangan mong gawin. Anong pinapagawa niya sa'yo? Ba pwede pa kausapin? Kung gusto mo, samahan kita.
He shakes his head again. He kind of like glances to his side, just a fleeting second, as if trying to see where the nose actually is. Although he knows he won't be able to see it. There's just that itch of looking behind him, and then he shakes his head. Hindi pwede tayo.
He looks confused, but in the moment he goes, hindi ba nadama yung nanay mo? Wala mo ba kailangan?
At this point, him biting his lips. I don't know if vampires can actually have tears.
It'll be bloody
But-
tears. It'll be blood.
Oh my god! That's scary.
It's kind of fucked up as we like blood red tears pouring down.
Then he would have very red eyes, and then a tear would fall from one eye, and then followed by the other eye, and then he quickly wipes it with his sleeve, which will leave probably the ugly red streak across his face. What does his father say about that?
He is mortified. Like, he sees the blood red tears, he sees the dagger, he kind of like, he's frozen in the spot. And the it's like, Nak? Ba't ka dumudugo? Ano nangyari? Nak? But he doesn't approach you, he's almost afraid.
Ganito na lang. Isipin na lang natin. Hindi ako yung anak niyo. Para mas madali sa ating dalawa.
And he looks confused at this. His voice shaking, and he goes, anong kailangan mong gawin, nak? Gawin mo na.
He's kind of hearing that. It's like, what the fuck? He has that kind of expression on his face. And he gave him the go signal. But Isko doesn't want to do it. It's like, I was like, huh? Ganun na lang yun? Hindi. Kunin niyo yung batil niyo.
He kind of like looks, he looks at the gun. He looks at you. And immediately he charges at you. I would like to ask, in this moment, would you like to do a self-control? Let's go.
Self-control?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Oh my goodness. Okay, make the 10 reroll. Okay, with that, you will need to make a dexterity athletics. Oh my god, sweet and spicy and toothpaste is not gonna
Oh
go.
my.
Oh no. Oh! I am so sorry. I'm sorry. So this is what happens.
Okay.
When he lunges at you, there is this. You always had that instinct to dodge, to run, or like throw a punch, throw a kick, something. When the guards would be after you, when you're always being chased, you had a reaction. This was your father, Rashid. And in this moment, your instincts did not trigger. But in that moment of resoluteness, you did not allow for your flight response to trigger. He instead lunges towards you, and you don't realize his hands forcefully grabbing your wrists and thrusting it towards his chest.
There's that very quick recoil where he's like probably taken back by the force of his tackle. And it's like his hands are there, but his mind didn't process it immediately. It's not until he looked at his father's face and then back down at the dagger, kind of instinctively by reflex, let it go, and it's stuck embedded there. And then he starts kind of panicking.
He cups your face as you start to see the red blooming on his chest. And there's blood in his mouth now as he goes, Please, nak, pangako mo sa akin. Makakatakas yung nanay ko tsaka kapatid mo. Makalaya sila. Pangako mo yan sa akin.
Teka lang. Eh, may magagawa ako dito, di ba?
He falls on one knee, but he keeps his hand resolute on your shoulder. He pulls you down, level with you, his eyes intense. Wag.
He
Wag.
tries to catch him.
Wag mo sila. Wag mo sila. Mapadamay dito. Wag mo sila idamay. Kailangan nila lumayas. He starts. He starts patting your face, reassuring.
There's full-on red streams going straight down. He's crying and holding him. The dagger is still there. He's afraid to take it out.
And you see as the blooming, you don't even need aspects for it. Your vampire instincts kick in, but the self-control is just enough that you're hearing his heartbeat. With the injury that he sustained, he stabbed right through his heart that is beating loudly. Its last hurrahs. Tuk-tuk, tuk-tuk, tuk-tuk. And in that, it starts to slow as it's starting to bleed. Internally, you hear the blood rushing start to slow. His body's still warm as he tries to hold on to you. And he goes, "Pangako mo din sa akin. Makakatakas ka din. Makakalaya ka din." Life leaves his eyes. His hands slumped.
He resists the primal urge to scream because he doesn't want to rouse his family, thinking that if they see this with the Nos around, they might just get in trouble themselves. So he just kind of grits his teeth so much, his hands like grasping the clothes of his father, and just buries his head in his father's bloodied clothes. And then just gets that kind of like internal, like, as slow as he can. And then he surfaces, breathing deeply, still crying. But he's trying his best now to kind of recollect himself again, so he can leave immediately. Like, this is not the place to be breaking down. He has to leave somewhere else.
I need you to make another dexterity stuff.
Gosh darn.
Hey. Oh, it rerolls. It's okay.
Bro, I know you're stressed. I understand, Figgy.
Oh, hey. Alright. So. You return back. And it's like almost stealthily, almost like a supernatural, otherworldly silence, you know. You've declared just hours ago you can slip into places where no one can slip through. And you did. Through Bahay Carmina. Almost like a ghost. Ergon is almost surprised to see you. I believe it would make sense that your hands, your clothes, Your face would still be
Mhm.
stained with blood. Ah!
Very much.
It's almost as if they knew already, but they wait for you to confirm it. And you see the look of horror in Jepoy's eyes, seeing how you are.
He's breathing deep, still that ragged breath. Although he's trying to get it into more of a controlled, steady breathing. He fails a bit every now and then, but he gets enough to say, "Tapos na. Ginawa ko na. Saan sila?"
And you just see Antonio not confirming anything or denying anything. If anything, he just goes, "Magpahinga ka na. Wala mo na yung trabaho. May trabaho ka pa mo."
Huh? Wala man lang kayong papakita.
No, that's it. Si Jepoy, uuwi. Pamilya niya. Makikita niya, buhay pa ang pamilya. Babalikan ka niya. Diba? Jepoy? He just kind of looks at you horrified, almost guilty now and conflicted as you know you've done something. He has seen the change in you.
Bossing. Okay lang naman siguro na samahan ko si Jepoy, no? Gawa ko naman yung trabaho ko, di ba?
Ah, kapag pwede mo siya sundan pagkatapos.
He nods. Yun lang ba?
Magpahinga ka na. Bigat ang trabaho mo.
And then he
Bukas.
immediately turns his back, then heads towards the door.
In the days that follow, you realize, I mean, if you can pick up on it, it starts to target a lot of Indio business, mercantile. You're tasked to
Oh,
slip
then
in there.
can I pause a little bit? Just quick, very quick. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Just as an aside, in the months that followed, Isco would be the one that would deal with the mercantile India, taking off key players one by one. For the Spaniard families to take over key business. Quite unfortunate. Indio businessman A died. Indio businessman B died. Oh, would you look at that? A Spaniard family happens to have the same business. Place. Taken over. So it continues. It's 3 months. It's seen because of this. The Indios were more keen to pay the tariffs, no matter how ridiculous they were. The city, Manila, was growing more populated with more Spaniard families, less of the Indios, who, in fear, if they would stay there and continue their business, would have to follow the laws. They were afraid now. Somebody who could slip through the cracks. They always kept an eye out for the Dayuhans. They never expected the daggers and the knives would come from their very own. But one thing's for sure that Isco can get a reassurance too. Following more requests from Antonio, more jobs. You can tell Jepoy is with his family, alive and well. They were shaken. They do not know what's happening. They see Jepoy's okay. See the happiness of the family as they all shower him sapin uh, and wrapped banana leaves of rice and fish, just grateful that their son has returned. Little cries here and there, and their son having what looks to be a promotion, working amongst the ranks to handle certain lands, and that he would be busy for a story cover up. But both of you now are tied to servitude in order to keep families. In a way, I would like to ask, would Isco been able to at least, would you have let your mother go to battle?
Yes. He would probably leave a note, just like a very conspicuous like note, and then he would give all of the money that he had stolen and the ones that Lucia gave him into the note itself. Just so they have probably more than enough money to use to escape somewhere else that is better.
Would you have would you have visited the grave of your father? Because he would be amongst the fresh graves where you discovered Akam weeks ago.
No. No, he would not. He doesn't feel like he deserves to. Like, he's probably the least person his father would like to see. That's what he's in his head.
So there's more or less blurs as, you often get requests. And you worked alongside Jetboy, who unfortunately be the henchman of Antonio to make sure that there is, people are paying their tariffs, their taxes dutifully. If they sent Jetboy on the first one, they send you if they want them dead. And you hoped whenever you and Jetboy would meet, you knew that it would be more or less a death sentence for whoever it is he recently visited. Yeah. So,
Can I at least
yeah.
learn a little bit of Spanish?
Oh yeah. Because you killed a lot of Indio businessmen. The ones that replaced, let's say, your father's business, was a Spaniard family, and you were made to protect those businesses as well. So you had to learn. Bless me. A little
Oh my
bit of
god.
Spanish. Sorry, my bad. Okay. All right. We'll shift the scene real quick. I don't have a cute sneeze. I have an ugly sneeze.
Yes, bless you, bless you.
Shifting real quick before we end the scene. This would be around the 3-month mark. You're given another request. This time, it's a different one. Well, with the connotation of what your job has been for the past 3 months. A bit concerning, as now you are told to head out far, far into the north. Into the kingdom.
Tondo?
Yes. But you won't go alone. You will go Lisa. In which we shift the POV real quick as you are made a request to go with the Batiao Yuan to have more or less to confirm the whereabouts of the missing Madre and Padre. and you are to give a formal letter to one Datu Ilim from the court of the cabaret. As you,
To clarify, we just need to give the letter.
well, given your role recently with,
So I'm supposed to kill him.
it's kind of ominous. Is it really just a letter? I'm usually sent over when it comes to death. Really? This is it? Like, you're kind of sussy with.
Yeah,
I don't
I
blame
am
you for
sussy.
being, sussy in the bottom. Like, really? This is it? Sus. This is. I don't trust this. I don't blame you though. Yeah. They just say, just send the letter. Nothing more. I mean, you can send the letter, yes. Sure, it's well within your hopes, Brahma. Sure, it's well within your capability to send that letter. Yes.
Okay.
You'll be fine, Rigondos. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. I mean, where's the map that I put? Okay. How about the hold on. Find the map. Find the map. Where's the map? Where's the map? There. Alright. This is now as you head on over to pick up the Batya to join you in the travels to the kingdom. You can do a separate thread with Sisa if you'd like to go for the back and forth on the conversations from there to here. But in this moment, you pick her up. She is in one of the pubos far beyond Bahay Carmina. And there's a how do you interact with this?
With the what? I'm sorry. It's kind of.
Sorry. Like, how do you interact with the door? It's basically you're told the
Oh.
Batyao's here and you're supposed to pick her up for the trip to Tondo. Do you knock on the door? Do you
That's so
just
much better.
do you immediately? Sorry, the mic was away. it's a holding mic. So do you
He's known for what he does. He kind of tries to, you know, open it through illegal means and tries not to make a sound so he can observe the Petiao first before actually greeting.
Excellent. Okay, if you are doing some observations, just do a quick dexterity stealth.
Hey, why am I so bad at this role? Is she supposed to be good at this? Eh, eh,
Oh, it's just
fuck. I need to add more.
I would say, if you had a color to choose of the color of Isco's soul right now, what would be the color of his soul right now?
Indigo-ish.
Okay, alright. To Caesar, you've seen this indigo color flitter a few times. This familiar color with a different shade in your dreams. You're flittering as you know, you would go on your little dreams, flying in the skies, seeing what looks to be many greeneries, many lands stretching throughout. Oh, that looks like rice. That looks like rice patios. Yes. This looks like the forest. A different forest. Looks like the roads. You look for certain greens and blues, but they're not the greens and blues you look for. This color you've seen quite often. Very much so in crossing. Your eyes open, and you see that color at the door. Feels as if you've known this person. You've had interesting conversations with them. You've seen them often. So, how does Caesar react? Yeah.
I think as soon as she
Yeah, go.
I think Sisa, it's like an old friend has come to visit for the first time in a long time. So Sisa, like, when children are like it's Christmas Day and they like want to go downstairs immediately in their pajamas to open a gift. That's how Sisa is like. She's still in her like pantulog, and she gets up quickly and like before Isko could even mutter a single greeting or knock on the door, she immediately like throws it open wide and greets him with like happiness and relief in her eyes. Like her face, it's like she was so happy to see him to the point that she'd actually jump to jump to like embrace him.
Oh. Can I say? As she opened the door, she opened the door. He's probably hunched a little bit. He looks like he's picking the lock. And he's hunched like that as he jumps over, and then kind of May I ask Denma, because Isko failed that save last few sessions ago.
Yeah.
Where he is afraid of Sisa.
Yeah.
Considering the things he's done and the things he's seen, does he still fear her?
I would say right now this would be a good like a little bit of addition to the fear, which would play into Cisa's flashback right now. Given your work with Antonio and Regon, you have heard stories of Cisa, one of which is very terrifying.
Oh my gosh.
One of the stories involved an Ifugao princess, Bella of the Ibaloy, who tried to escape, apparently to make takas. Like, they were both trying to run away. Cisa reported her, and now Bella has been beaten and tried in the court beyond recognition.
Okay.
There were also reports that you heard beyond the fact that, say, she reported not only her own, there were also stories of how she has been invited by Padre Zacarias. There were visits from the Padre Zacarias who would bring her to Intramuros and return her every night. Interesting stories. You would hear Rigon and a couple of the vampires talk about this. How you take that information, but it seems she doesn't have a desire to leave. She's found a home here in Bahay Carmina. It seems.
Then, after that very grand welcome, Isko hunched over with his lockpicks in hands, sees her, hears the greeting, and goes, He's kind of like moving backwards a little bit, and then goes to collect himself, still looking at her, still maintaining quite a bit of distance, but not too much that she notices immediately that he is kind of wary of her still, and goes, Ay, ikaw yung asawa, itim? Huh?
Asawa? May asawa ako.
Di ba?
Tama, Wikipedia's canon.
Di ba?
Season, I'd like to see, I'd like Sisa to like, perceive what this guy is, why this guy is suddenly asking about her marital status.
Oh yeah.
What do I roll?
Are you trying to read his mind? Are you trying to suss him out?
Yeah, it's a vibe check.
Okay, if it's a vibe check, you can just.
I have to just be.
Are you using any of your abilities, or just a normal vibe check?
Probably just a normal vibe check. I feel like she can.
Okay, so
Can,
this would be.
can read his actions.
Yeah, I'd say this is a quick wits and either empathy or awareness. Your choice.
Okay.
Okay, one reroll.
Yeah.
You're not sure. You're as far it is an interesting conversation starter.
Bakit yan ang tinatanong mo? Tagal na nating di nagkita eh.
Eh, yun ang alam ko sa'yo eh. Hindi ba?
Ganun. Dami kong alam sa'yo eh.
Ha? Like, even more confused. Anong alam mo?
Pinatay mo yung tatay mo.
Then, that kind of, there was sort of this confusion earlier that's almost stemming to, like, a funny little coincidence. And then suddenly his face falls. And he stares at her with these dead eyes. It's like, huh. Kaya kayo sasama. Sige. Handa ka na?
Hinihin ko lang yung anak ko ah. And she goes back in the hut. And you hear like sounds of like she's rummaging through some stuff. And she comes out like fully dressed in surprisingly formal looking like Filipiniana. And she is carrying she upgraded from her log into like an actual wooden doll. That's what
Damn.
She's going places. Yeah. And then she has a parasol as well. And like, tara, hanapin natin sila. Like it's as if she's already like pretty much aware of where she's going and what she's looking for.
He follows behind her with the little remark of "Saya mo ah."
God damn. Okay. There's an eeriness as you both head towards. You were given a carriage, but there is some aspect to the trip. Oh, why is it going red? Don't go red. Don't go red. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Okay, good. All right. There's an aspect to the trip in which you know some of it will be on foot. So from Manila to Tondo would be a carriage ride, and after that would be a walk to the kingdom. This would take about a few, like, this would be what is essentially a good, like a 2-day trip because of the speed, but the walk might actually make it 3 days, depending on, Yes, their convo will be a series of whiplashes. Looking forward to that thread once you guys make it. But a little bit towards Caesar as you are dressed and heading towards the carriage and riding it. There is a memory of the first night you rode into a familiar looking carriage, but you know that the place is going elsewhere. In the carriage was someone familiar, someone you've seen in the courts, someone that is similar to the man that you kind of despise, but also he seems to want an audience with you. So we'll do a quick flashback. And he goes, Iha, kumain ka na ba?
Tisa quietly shakes her head.
Sige. Kakain tayo pag uwi, ha? Anong paborito mong pagkain?
Manga. And she recalls the the heart that she ate back in
Jesus.
That's her manga.
God damn.
That manga.
Sige. Alam mo na hindi tayo kumakain ng mga prutas. Kailangan natin ng dugo, laman loob.
Sige.
Okay lang sa'yo. Diba meron kayong, anong tawag nun? Dinuguan? Gusto mo ba ng
Okay.
dinuguan? Dinuguan. He asks if you want dinuguan. He says it in a weird accent.
Dinuguan? Like she she pronounces it trying to understand because she didn't get it at the first first time.
Paano mo kaya sabihin ang pagkain na yun? Yung may dugo ng baboy, laman loob ng baboy.
Dinuguan.
Oo.
Ito naman si Padre.
And
Sige, dinuguan.
he
Masarap
smiles.
din yun.
Oh,
Paborito kong iluto dati yun eh. Ayaw ng mga anak yun, pero masarap din yun. Gusto rin yun ni Lola dati. Hili ka rin sa dinugaan, Padre.
Nalaman ko na kumakain ng mga Indio, mga tutulad nyo, ng dugo. Kahit tao pa kayo.
Sayang yun eh, walang tapon yun.
Yeah, he lets out a laugh at your bander. And he goes, musta naman ang puyo mo sa bahay, Carmina?
Ayun.
Mabuti ba ang trato nila sa'yo?
Alam ng ano, kaso dun yung umali ng buto ko dati. She was referring to Antonio. Tapos wala na si Lola. Tapos, yun.
Alam,
Medyo malungkot.
hindi ka ba kinakausap ni Lola? He looks at you with this like kind of,
Tilts her head.
alam mo ba na ang mga katulad mo na mga anong tawag, aswang, mga yung katulad ko, katulad natin, may mga mahika. Ang patay ay hindi talaga patay. Di mo ba nakikita si Lola?
Can I roll something?
Yes. What would you like to roll?
I'm not trying to I'm just trying to perceive what he's trying to get to.
You're trying to
Is
suss.
he trying to?
You're trying to suss him out.
Is he trying to? Yeah.
Okay. If you're trying to suss him out,
Is he trying to assess what Sisa can do? Yeah, or he's just
do a wits and empathy. Kind of
okay.
sniff him out.
Sniff. Stinky padre. Not bad.
No, not bad. 1, 2, wait,
Not
1,
bad.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. You hear her voice in your head. Huwag mo sabihin. Narinig mo ko. Huwag mo sabihin. At huwag mo gawin yung baliktad nito, ha? Like, you hear Lola's very annoyed at you right now. Basta huwag mo sabihin. Huwag mo sabihin. Huwag mo gawin ng baliktad nito. Kailangan ko magtago.
Yeah. Sisa just tilts her head to one side. You know those confused puppies?
Yeah.
Yeah, she just stares at Zacharias with her big brown eyes, as if she doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Di bale.
Lola?
Di bale. Okay lang. Alam mo ba kung anong kaya mong gawin? But ikaw ay tinawag na batyaw.
Pwede. Medyo nagugulumihanan ako eh. Mahalaga yung batyaw at kailangan ako.
Ay, ikaw ay may lakas, kapangyarihan ng isang nakakita ng lahat. Ng nakaraan, ng ngayon, ang kailangan mangyari. Parang espiya, kumbaga, ng it kind of like struggles with the Tagalog. If only you can understand the power that you have, the great gift that has been given to you, how you can see and glimpse into the universe. He lets out a sigh. He swaps into Spanish because like he's struggling. You could tell. Like,
He's growing through it.
And he looks at you and goes, Kung pwede, matulungan mo ako. Kaibigan tayo, di ba? Baka pwede mo tulungan ako hanapin yung inaanak ko.
That the word like the word inaanak, like it kind of like triggered something in Sisa. Like, so she like grasped his hand like, nawawala yung anak mo, padre?
Oo. Kinuha siya. Kailangan siya bumalik.
As someone who's a mother and has lost her kids, Sisa feels sympathetic towards that particular aspect of towards that subject. Like, gusto mong hanapin ko yung anak mo?
Kung pwede.
Sige. Sige.
Salamat.
Hanapin ko yung anak mo. Hanapin ko rin yung mga anak ko.
He looks confused at that and goes, baka pwede din kita tulungan hanapin yung mga anak mo. Magtulungan tayo.
At that offer, like Sisa lets out. And actually, a very humane smile, contrary to the usual mad woman like grin she had. Talaga? Padre?
Kung ano,
Tulungan mo ko?
alam ko na parang mahirap gumalaw na wala sila. Ang nasa utak mo lang ay kung okay ba sila, kung makikita mo sila ulit, kung ano nangyari sa kanila. He looks forlorn as he goes, kilala mo yung anak ko. Kasama mo siya sa korte. Si Noe, anak ko siya.
Aha.
Kailangan ko siya hanapin. Oo.
Si Noe. She nods.
And,
Kaya ko siyang hanapin.
sige,
Saan man siya magpunta?
di ko alam. Alam mo ba kung saan nagpunta yung mga anak mo?
Hindi.
Sige.
Hindi.
Alam mo ba, ang Batyaw, may kapangyarihan makahanap ng tao kung saan man sila na oras. Makikita mo din anak mo. Hindi sila nawawala. He gives you that smile. A comforting one as he gives a soft squeeze in your hand.
Yung anak mo rin, padre. Mahahanap din sila.
It fades. And that, more or less, is the reason why Sisa is now with Isko, heading their way to Tondo. Given the months that followed of training under Padre Zacharias, the careful considerations to hone her abilities, Noe was found. And so we'll do a quick time skip as Sisa and Isko walk and make their way towards the village. It's almost as if Sisa knew where to go, which particular turn in the woods, in the places. I would say I need Itim to roll perception and awareness for me, please.
Checking my stats. Perception and awareness.
Yes.
Let's go. Oh,
Oh, Jesus.
I sense nothing. Asen's nothing. I'm
Dog!
masyado
Double
akong,
down! Double!
masyado akong maraming thoughts. Masyado akong maraming thoughts.
Man, that scene with your dad really hit you hard, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
God damn.
Nasa ibang mundo ako.
Okay, that would mean okay. Let's do a really cool sneak up scene. I'll
Oh, no.
need Isco to roll dexterity and stealth, and
God.
and describe. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I update my stuff real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Can I add like a dot?
Yeah, I mean, sure.
It's wait, 3
This
times.
is Isko, no?
Yeah, this is Isco. Yes.
Ability, yes, it's ability. Oh, so 6. Wait, I'm just gonna put it in the tracker. So. Hi. Dexterity and stuff, right?
Yeah.
8. Oh my god.
Why?
Oh my god, why the one?
What?
Why
I
did
mean,
you
like, wait, at least Isko got the 10.
Okay.
So,
Okay. I would say
We're so bad.
in this I would
We
just
don't want to see each other.
Yes, because POV sees. God damn it. In this moment, I would just say you are. I would say Itim's patrolling that part of the woods, outside the outskirts of Tondo. And your mind gets distracted for a moment with some conversations, and you have not spoken much to your father since that event, and if anything there's more conversations with Noe. I would say somewhere within the 3 months he has garnered and piqued some interests with the tribe, especially with how he is almost well versed with some customs. And when they ask for stories and whatnot, he's more than willing to share the stories that he has, new stories. He's captured the interests of both the young and old alike. And I just realized this is not capturing the full. There. And
They
so
were a very certain type of story. Yeah.
yes, I would say to Isco, when you were moving, you immediately saw, like, you didn't recognize Itim at first. It has been some time since you've seen him. It like 3 months. It feels like a lifetime ago that you were, having conversations with them at the cave, the banter. It feels
I wasn't at the cave.
or whichever it is that you had conversations with. It feels like a different lifetime ago. A lot has happened in the 3 months. So you don't recognize man. To you, it's just another, somebody to sneak past. Do you warn Sisa as you spot what looks to be somebody in a bahag?
He probably, of course, he was sneaking, and then he was going there. His eyes go past these people, and then that guy with the bag, then just what? He kind of double takes. Quinn, and then his mouth kind of falls open, and then he's like, "Oh shit, is that him?" Like, he's thinking that he's alone. Is he alone?
He is alone. I mean, it's safe to assume that Utim would be like, I would like to walk alone, and he would have alone walks by himself, and I need my time alone. Moony mode,
And what is Sisa doing?
Oh my god, is Sisa actually skipping towards?
Oh
do
my
you
god.
want Me too, because I would.
I mean, okay.
Sisa, don't.
To
Actually, my initial, is like, she's looking for a certain green and blue aura while prancing around this
Oh.
kingdom.
What is Itim's? If Itim had a color for his soul, what would it be?
I think it would be, I guess, blue. Because he's pretty. I think after all those months, being
Yeah.
alone would. Training would take it off his mind, but whenever he's not training, it's still on his mind. So blue.
Okay, blue, blue, then blue. Okay. In that moment, there was a certain blue that attracts you, Sisa. It's blue. It's blue. But as you get closer, you realize it's not the blue you were looking for.
Oh, as she spots that blue, and she assumes it's one of her kids. She runs at full speed towards it, and as as she runs, she screams, "Basilio!" Only
Oh
to be disappointed that it's not her son. It's not her oldest son, but it's a familiar face.
So you just run up.
Yeah, to Itim, it
Yeah,
feels
exactly.
like yeah, because like it almost feels like a deja vu moment. You remembered that moment when Sisa on all fours started running towards you from the forest. This is like the same feeling. It's like same shit, different night. She's just rushing towards you with
And
wild
then-
eyes.
Then what? Does this proc my flaw? This.
I would say yes. They're not invited yet.
No. Sisa.
Oh, yeah, I see that from a mile.
Look, as soon as I
I
hear your
know.
footsteps, the blue starts flashing, flickering red.
Boss
May strobe
music.
light. May strobe lights bigla.
Tugs. Hold on. I'm gonna check the friends room.
Seeing
Go ahead.
seeing as Tim is distracted by Sisa, can I creep closer
Yeah,
behind him?
yeah. He doesn't spot you. His eyes are
Oh my
on.
God.
Yeah. Can you make a self-control roll, please? If you fail, you will attack Sisa.
Me?
This is
Self-control?
the Itim will
Oh
have
my
to make a self-control
Me?
roll. No. Itim.
Oh, okay.
Itim.
No, I thought it was me.
It's just like It's just my self control, right?
Yes, just your self-control.
Okay, God.
Oh yeah, then the
Oh, no.
bruises Lisa had earlier last time. Those are those cured already while she was in
Yes. It has been.
Baha'i
It has been 3
Okay.
months. You're fine. You guys would heal it in like a week. You're fine.
I just need to know because I still have the marks on her sheet.
Okay.
Just in case Itim does actual
Unfortunately, he would have to attack you. Yes, you would have to attack her. Which is the player okay with this? I just want to check.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Denma, since I'm hidden and he can't see me, can I try to kinda intercept him
Oh, you can.
behind him? Like the thing you do, like he's probably standing and he's ready to tackle. Like I kick the back of his knees so that he kinda loses his
Oh.
balance and
Oh, that's smart.
Okay, I
You
would.
get
it doesn't
advantage.
allow him to attack.
Okay. So Itim would have to make a strength and brawl. You just need to beat his successes for this one. This would be a dexterity and athletics on your end. Nice. So Itim makes a strength and brawl, and then you make dexterity athletics.
Let's go, you and me.
Oh my god.
1, 2,
I don't
3.
think I succeed that.
Oh, okay.
Cancelled out.
So he only has one. He only has one.
I only have 5.
You only need one.
He has 2.
Yes.
I don't know.
He has 2.
Is that
He has 2. So here's what happens. Here's what happens. The moment of like the aura of the blue soul turns immediately to red, and there's this animalistic instinct. Do you actually like swing your claws, or do you go for like a pounce? How do you try to attack?
Okay, cause sorry, a bit about my downtime during that time skip. I put a point in celerity
Oh,
because I was training to run like Sisa.
Oh god.
So I say I want to get on all fours. I was about to go on all fours.
Oh. So I would say you do get on all fours, but you were kicked in the knees. So you were on all fours, but not in the way that would be for
Yes,
pouncing.
I'm on the ground.
You're on the ground like, oh.
You end up sprawled on the ground because of his cock.
You're still almost animalistic. They hear a guttural growl from Itim. It's definitely sounds like an animal that you just stepped into. It's like it's like a dog who's like they're snarling, they're warning, they're growling. His eyes are completely red, or that.
does animalism work?
Uh, would you like to talk to his inner beast? Is the question. Would you like to try talking to
I can try.
Tangina nyo, sino kayo? Kahit magsama-sama kayo mga putang ina nyo.
I can try, surely, because someone's growling. It's like, oh, Kindred, hi.
What's the dot you have for? Sorry, I'm in merits. My bad.
I only have. Oh, I don't know. Wait, animalism.
Whispers of the Wild. Okay. So you can't. Oh, it's a lesser creature. Additionally, an animal.
I don't think it's a lesser creature.
No, it's not a lesser creature. There's a specific ability for animalism where you can talk to the inner beast, be like, "Shut the fuck up." So
Oh,
you don't have that.
how do you
part.
add to this? How do you add to this?
So it's still Whispers of the Wild, so you can only talk to animals at the moment. Hayop. Mga hayop.
Animals, not animal. Okay.
Ooh.
How do you add there? How do you add there again?
Uh,
I'm gonna make it a go.
There's a click add, I believe, there. Discipline name, power name. Is that the one you wanted to do?
Like, how do you add a dot on the merit?
Oh, merit. I think there's a drop down. Like that.
Yes, but how much would it cost?
The one where you can talk to the inner beast?
Yep. Oh, I think you deleted it.
Did I? Oh no! Oh my god, no, I did not. I swear I didn't do anything. I just clicked things. I only see animal. I only added one, which is like 2 if you wanted a 2 dot. I only saw Whispers of the Wild. I didn't see the other one, but we can double check in case. For this one, let's just say in the spur of the moment, you can roll for manipulation animal Ken real quick. Let's see if you can tap into the dog in him. He got that dog in him at the moment.
You got a dog in him.
60, 10.
Oh wow. Oh okay.
Wow.
Okay. There's you can tell there's something within this individual. I guess if Itim had an inner beast, what is the personality like? Is it more feral? Is it more put like, is it more like a predator type of like, tell us how is it like an angrier version of Itim? Is it a more sullen? Paint us how the
Okay, wait. Let me think. Let me think about Itim's rage mode. Mm, I I guess I wanna go rabid dog. Like foaming mouth, no words. Talk to me with hand signals or like give me a treat.
okay.
That type.
Okay. So in this moment with the role of Isco, you've seen what the, like, you've dealt with street dogs in one of your many chases with, your run-ins with the law. A lot of them violently react if you're in the territory. The best thing you can do is just leave the territory, or at least the grounds of said territory. This is currently a territorial Askal mode kind of thing, even if he's not a gangrel. But you can see the mannerisms, the frothing, the way his body's tensed up. Yeah, this is like, yeah, get the fuck out of my spot kind of thing.
Do I have ideas about my abilities now since they're making me work for them?
You are,
Like,
yeah,
do
you.
I know how to use Timer's tree?
I would say Rigon has been your very he's the weird mentor in a sense of like, oh yeah, you can do this, or like, who turned you? Oh, if it was Tatang, you would have this kind of thing. So he guided you on how to murder better in a sense.
Okay. Then may I create like not a feeling. I cannot make a feeling with Chimera 3, right?
I think you can make illusions.
I
Yeah.
can make illusions.
Shatter,
Can
tactile that can be
um
felt. Appearance of stigmata, shatter of glass. Yes, you can play with the mind.
Speaking of, I don't really want to. What should I?
the what? I'm sorry.
I have demonstrations. I don't know if I should use them on item.
Oh, go ahead, please, because my flaw doesn't let me stop until I kill you.
May I
Oh.
create an illusion of Sisa going near him so that he attacks that illusion?
Oh, yes, you made. I believe the role you have is. No, what is this role? System. Okay, you spend a point of willpower, so immediately deduct that.
Okay.
Oh, so I think it's automatic. I just have to double. Let me just. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I just removed the move.
Okay. I would say it's immediate. Yeah. It's limited to 20 feet. And, okay. So you just have to spend a willpower point. Bonk, and you make it.
Mm-hmm. And like I make it so that it kind of acts like she does.
I mean,
depending on what I have observed.
You had like 2 nights with her. You observed plenty enough of her mannerisms to. I would say this is where you would roll a manipulation subterfuge to see how well you deceive Itim.
Manipulation subterfuge. Okay.
1, 2, 3. That's 3. Okay. So to Itim, you see, like to you, it's just blind rage. Someone is in your land. You hear the words of your father. You are no longer human. You are no longer my son. You are a god. You have been ordained by this land to protect the people, and you are that embodiment right now as you're ready to tear through her. please make an attack roll. And in this moment, I just want to ask to Noe. This is directed to Noe. You've
Oh yes.
I guess Tim's not a good I mean Tim wouldn't have like hidden his emotions well with the high enough empathy that you have. You would have noticed his like isolations, his need to walk. I kind of want to ask, in this particular night, would you have tried to follow him? Or are you the type to leave him be?
I don't see why this night of all nights was the ones where I followed him. In fact, I wouldn't have waited 3 months to hang out with the guy.
Yeah.
So, we had some off-topic conversations
Okay.
while you were in the belong room that we kind of played cards together.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's a level of closeness here. Correct me if I'm wrong, Itim. Have we bonded a little? Just a little?
Yeah, actually kaya ako naglalakad mag-isa. Talo kasi ako sa laban natin. Sa cards natin. Medyo pikon ako. Parang, oh my God, talo ako ng dayuhan. Paano ba yung
Oh my God.
barahan na to?
We were playing Tong Its, which was like your game. you were teaching me and then Lucia how to play it, and then you lost.
You're teaching the priest to gamble.
My
God damn.
gosh.
So,
Good at it.
Ano ba? Kasalanan to ng Diyos nun? Grabe.
Malakas yung kapit niya.
Huwag niyo akong hawakan. Lakad muna ako.
Alright, I'll lulutuan ka namin ng dugo. Dinuguan.
Manahimik ka, di ako kakain.
Okay.
So I guess in this moment, it would be noticeable that he has not returned.
I see. Then that's a good enough excuse to kind of go. If Lucia is with Noah at the moment, he is cooking dinuguan because it's the only Filipino food that they can eat.
Yes.
And let's see. He would probably make paalam to her na na labas muna ng sandali. I will go find Itim. He hasn't been back yet. His dinuguan will get cold. Please guard this for me. I'll be right back. Would you like to come with me?
Perhaps it would be better for him not to see the two Dayuhans that beat him consecutively.
Right.
Nakakainis to.
I can hear him in my head right now. Yes.
Why don't you try to lure him with a bit of his food for comfort?
Right. You were always the better cook than me. I'll take the bowl you made. He takes the bowl that you made. I'll let you know if any trouble happens. Send me a brain message if
Sure.
you get worried.
You will hear my voice upon the wind.
Great. I'll see you around.
Oh.
Itim! Nasaan ka? Starts running out with dinugan in hand.
Okay. I would have you roll for perception and awareness.
Now I'm gonna use my aspects,
Okay.
which has not improved. But it's an aspect. Alertness, awareness. Then no.
I would say
It's the same anyway. But yeah, for formality.
alertness, I think. No, I think you don't feel the danger yet, so it's awareness for now.
Okay. 3 and aspects 6.
Damn.
Ooh,
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 becomes 3.
One success.
The moment your auspex peels, you remember the familiar sensations of being watched in Intramuros, but from a distance, lingering. How could it
Turns
be?
to that direction.
It's weird because you've never, it has been so long since you felt that oppressive presence. You left it in Manila. It has been peaceful here, and now immediately you feel you are watched. But from a distance, the range is not too far, and immediately you hear the snarls, almost like a rabid dog frothing in the mouth. You hear that sharply, and you immediately sense movement of two bodies. Smell of corpses in the air. Familiar scent when you are around other kasinlahi. What does Noah do?
Vampires.
Yes.
I am not far from the house yet, right?
You've made a considerable distance. I guess the exiled spot, where they would put the exiles, is far away from the village. So you're kind of much
I see,
closer
I
to
see.
the forest than the village. I would say you're a bit far from the house,
Okay.
but it's still you're like halfway point from house to where you detected things.
Okay, I can't go back and tell Sia that I smell vampires. But he will wait. He will wait for that message from her to be able to inform her, and starts brisk walking to that direction. Eventually arriving, what does he see? He's not gonna stealth. He's not really a stealthy guy. He's just gonna embarrass himself.
I would say Sisa smells dinuguan.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, roll for self-control.
You
Oh
you
my
may
gosh.
you may if you'd like. You can roll first.
If she fails, she goes for the dinagaan instead.
Okay. Yeah, name. Did you roll already, Migs, for Itim's strength and brawl as you're losing it towards the illusion?
Oh wait, I haven't. That's a 7. That's another 7.
Oh, you have
Okay.
you smell it. You look at the direction where it is.
Oh, this is not too bad.
Okay.
That dinagaan isn't good enough.
Like when a dog tries to attack something like a laser and gets confused why its paws go through it. That's your brain reaction right now. It's like, huh? Did I just swipe a ghost? What? What? What?
Yes, I'll keep swiping. I'll keep swiping.
Can I make the illusion act like she was hurt?
Yeah.
You can do a manipulation
Meanwhile, Sisa is
subterfuge.
going the other way.
Yes.
Manipulation subterfuge.
I got 8
Oh my god.
at
What?
both.
One, two.
Where's
Okay, one reroll.
self-control?
Damn.
Double 8.
Eh,
I would say
eh.
it looks like there's the fake, like kind of like the Filipino movies where it's like
Yeah,
the 10
parody.
the 10-second reaction after getting shot. So it's like after getting swipe, swipe, swipe. Like obviously like something's not adding up for for the dog brain. It's like I've been swiping this ghost. She's a ghost. She's a ghost. I need to make Itim roll for perception and awareness to see if you sense there are other presences nearby.
Oh, can I choose to fail? Because this illusion is I don't I'm getting to this guy. I'm killing him slowly. Can I choose to fail?
Yeah, sure.
He's getting there.
Yeah, so it's down at the ground now, but it seems like it's a ghost, or you're killing a ghost. That's what you're processing, that you're killing this
Can I
ghost.
bite the Can I bite the ground
Yeah,
like through the ghost?
you start biting through the ground,
The ghost
the
dies.
ghost.
and it start like you don't need to roll for that. It's just happening, and Noe, you are witness to Sisa walking up to you as somewhat.
Walking?
Or do you skip? Actually,
Yeah. Hunters.
yeah, so there is what looks to be a face you haven't seen in a while. Skipping towards you. Itim attacking the ground and biting the ground. And Oh no, I got raided. Thank you for the raid, Matilda. We appreciate the raid. We're currently in.
Let's
Hello,
go.
welcome to the
Yay.
stream.
Oh,
Welcome to the
Yay!
welcome to the
stream.
chaos.
Yes.
Oh my
Hello.
Thank
god.
you. We're currently
Hi,
doing.
fans.
Yeah. We're currently maintenance. Yeah, I hope you're doing well. I hope your stream went well. You played My Time at Sandra. Awesome. Just letting you know, we are going through SUKOL, which is a colonial PH Vampire the Masquerade Dark Ages game. So it's gonna have a mix of Filipino, English, Bisaya, and here are your content warnings for it. So thank you for bringing your pupils. At the moment, someone's eating the ground. Someone and
I'm winning. I'm winning though.
yeah, he's fighting an illusion of a ghost
He is
created
winning.
by Isco. And at the moment,
The ghost is dying.
the ghost is dying. And Isco, you don't need to roll this as Noe is not stealthing. You see Noe. It's a weird sight to see the priest holding what looks to be dinuguan in the middle of a forest. Yeah. As
There's that look of
like,
seeing Sisa and Isko. Sisa? Isko?
Eh.
Gusto mo?
Ay,
I offer a spoon.
Isko doesn't
that's-
smile like usual. He just stares. Kind of tilts his head. Ah. Padre.
Hindi naguan. Salamat, padre, ah.
Tirhan mo si Itim. Galit siya ngayon. Hindi siya lalabas dyan kung hindi siya makakain.
yeah.
Lalo na item eh. Kanina aso na siya, tapos ngayon naging pula na siya, tapos naging aso na siya, tapos kinakain na niya yung lupa.
Ganyan siya pag pumasok ka sa teritoryo niya at hindi ka imbitado.
Okay na, mamatay kita.
Oo, di ba?
Ganun ba yun?
Ganon yun.
Sisa, speaks while eating.
No, I put sa hand on his
Can I
chin.
make the ghost like disintegrate now
Okay.
and die?
All
Like
right.
it dies with a very dramatic scream and then dies.
Eh, padre, hinahanap lang naman kita eh.
Nahanap mo ako? Bakit?
Oo. Hinahanap ka ng tatay mo.
Si Padre sa kalayo.
To who do I have to give the message?
To-
Is it you?
Yep, it is Itim. I would
Oh, okay.
I would say Itim as you, by the logic of your flaw, to you you've killed the ghost, so you would slowly get out of your frenzy, but you're still on alert because Isco is there. So Sisa is dead in your eyes, the ghost Sisa, but Isco is still there. But your attention went to the ghost, so you can't target Isco at this moment in time. You're slowly cooling down from your frenzy, with with your mouth full of dirt.
Sama na lasa.
Oh.
Dinuguan?
Casually grabs the remaining of dinuguan from Sisa.
Oh.
Upfront,
Sisa tries to,
Like-
to get more hold on the bowl.
like she was midway through putting a spoon in her mouth and then he just snatches the spoon like
Nagutom ako eh.
makes his way to Itim and goes, Itim, kneels down. Galing kay Lucia. Gives one hand chunk on his palm.
Oh.
Itim spits out a few branches, a few leaves, takes the bowl, sits down. Gandito.
Pasensya na sa nangyari kanina.
Anong pasensya?
Iniluto
Di-
namin to para sa'yo.
Niluto niyo yung laro.
Masyado kasing magaling magturo.
Siguro nga.
Isko, anong ginagawa mo dito? Looks up
Uy!
at him.
Isko! Kaya pa sila?
Kakarating lang nila. Katapos mong patayin ang sahig.
Pwede kasi.
Kinakain mo yung lupa kanina eh.
Parang di Parang hindi ko naman gagawin yun.
Sabagay. Okay, Isko.
Hmm.
Anong
Ang
ginagawa mo
lasa.
dito?
Tignan mo yung bibig mo na Sisa tries to like wipe the the earth from Itim's from the corners of Itim's mouth.
Iiwas ko yung dinuguan ko. Uy, akin to.
Yung bunganga mo may lupa, ano ba?
Sabi mo, hindi mo asawa to.
Ay, ay.
Oh, mag-asawa pala kayo?
Ha?
Oh.
Wala akong asawa.
Talaga?
Hindi, yan ang asawa ko.
Ah.
Kita nyo. Maniwala na kayo.
Hindi. Pero, Isko pulls out the letter, hands it to Itim using 2 fingers. Like, he sandwiched it between 2 fingers, hands it over to him. May nagbibigay.
Thanks. Tapos pamunas ko sa bibig ko.
Hindi
Isang
para din yan.
Huh?
Like, kinda almost makes batok,
Uy,
but he stops himself. Hindi, sahin mo nga.
Saan galing yan, Isko?
What does it say?
As you start to open it, you were trying to put your finger on where you were sensing that sense of being watched, and you realized the aura was coming from Sisa and Isko. Almost as if
There is a small squint.
yeah, there's almost as if a ward has been placed over them.
Noe says nothing.
And in the letter, as you tear it open, there is a seal. A big seal of a familiar symbol, at least to Noe. Symbol of the Camarilla court. The language is in Spanish, so unfortunately, Itim cannot understand.
Nagtitripan niyo ba ako? Hindi ko mababasa to.
Kastila?
Yep.
Padre na babasa.
I take it and I translate it to Tagalog so everyone can hear it.
Alright. On behalf of, I will just say it in English. On behalf of the Camarilla Court, sanctioned by the elders, sanctioned by the Camarilla Prince, the right to destruction is called upon by the elders towards Datu Itim. The moment the letter is received, all kindred that is part of the court must participate in the call for the blood hunt of Datu Itim.
Ang nakalagay sa letrang to. He sort of folds the papers and pockets it. So papatayin mo ba kami? Looks at Isko and Sisa.
Sisa shrugs. May pinapahanap lang sa akin eh.
Sabi, nakalagay dito lahat ng aswang.
And
Hindi ko naman nabasa yan eh. Malay ko ba?
I will leave it
Buo
to,
nila.
I would say, I would leave the response of Isko for the next session. Per cliffhanger.
Oh, okay.
The question of Noe, in which, what? Papatayin mo ba kami? Because you realize this is yet another job, another cruel job given by Antonio. This wasn't just a letter giving. You know what you were sent here for. But perhaps you can think of your response, your comeback in the next session as we leave it on that cliffhanger. Next week, I hope Itim is ready to survive this
It's a
blood.
good thing I'm not good at fighting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm made for. I mean,
And
that's all I am, right?
and I'm gonna say right now, with the wards in place, they know where Noe is. They know where Itim is. So best of luck, you guys. This is survival mode next session. Okay.
Mm.
And in that, I'm just real quick. I'll do a quick round robin to the players because it is our first session of 2025. Just a quick check in on how you guys are feeling and if you guys had a favorite scene in the session, and if you guys have any feedback for something to take into consideration. We'll just do a quick fire in PMs. Yes, I'm sorry because it's 1:30. I'm feeling Cinderella mode, that's why I had to cut it. I'm sorry. We can discuss. Actually, there's more further discussions on that. So we'll start from bottom to we'll start from the bottom. Sisa, how are you doing? How are you feeling? What's your favorite scene, and what do you think needs improvement? Yes, go.
I wouldn't say. I think if there's anything that needs improving, it's me RPing all this insanity. But I'm loving this new session so far because it's actually shit is actually escalating, and yeah, I'm enjoying this unpredictable shit that she does.
Oh
And
wait, I
and
disappeared.
actually,
Hold on.
and it actually
Nice.
alone
Sorry.
in
Hello. Hi. I'm back.
yeah, I was just about to say that
Mm.
I'm actually
Mm.
enjoying that I get to RP more with the others now because usually like in the past episode she's by herself.
Oh, it's okay. You get to do a fun thread with Isco now in this fun travel time
Well,
with
like
your buddy.
like it's not just me and Dola and Bella anymore. Because I am pretty much in the chaos with the rest of the gang now.
Yay!
Which is
Yay!
something
Awesome.
yeah.
All right. And Noe, how you feeling? If you have a favorite scene and what needs improving? Quick fire.
Well, it was definitely a very dramatic session today, especially on regards to Isko and Itim. Nakakaiyak. I wanna kill Robin Padilla. Not the real Robin Padilla.
Oh, yeah. As for
fake.
legal reasons. For legal reasons, the face
For
claim.
legal reasons.
For legal reasons.
legal
Just
reasons.
a face claim. Yeah.
This is not an attack.
This is not an attack to the artist. You're a lovely guy, but the character that you're presenting right now that we forced upon your face, I want to kill that. Okay?
You wanna kill Antonio.
Yes,
In
Vampire, the
Minecraft.
vampire.
we will kill Antonio. That's not a matter of if, that's a matter of when. Okay? Okay. So that's how I'm feeling. As for things, opportunities to improve upon, really love the session so far. Me and Lucia weren't doing a whole lot, but I'm sure that there'll be like more things to do next session.
Yes.
My man.
Yes. Me apologies for that because I the thing with Noah and Lucia, I definitely wanted to give like ample time to develop the separate storylines and put it all ahead in that big wrap. I just realized like we should give more time for myself to do these build-ups. But
Understandable. No, it's a very complex story. It's a very complex story. Love where it's going so far. And thank you
Yeah.
for the experience.
Awesome.
Okay, that's it.
Okay. And Lucia, hello. How you feeling? Checking in. And what's your favorite scene, if any, and things to improve?
Oh, I'm a little brain dead right now, so I'll just give my favorite scene, and it's Itim eating dirt.
Oh, I love that scene.
I love his little comments. Like, this keeps me awake.
Got it. Love that.
Yung mga comment na mamatay ka na tangin.
My highlights for today is ko Itim and Si.
Yes. Nice.
Ikaw na lang ako, si
Yes, yes.
Represented.
Yes.
Ayun.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll get to the 3-month activity because I feel like the session. I really knowing that we have a super secret thread. I mean, super secret. Like to discuss things. Like I know how in depth you guys go with planning, so I definitely want to give more time to that. And given that I lost my notes, I had to do catch up with a lot of things. I'm like, where are my notes? So yeah, fun things. Pain. Note to self.
We love seeing Sisa. We love seeing Sisa with us. Finally!
Yay!
Nandito ka na!
You're part
Yes.
of the coterie now.
Caramba.
We're all together now.
Oo, and I will ignore Isko because I am guilty. Wala kang nakikita.
Welcome.
What do you mean?
Hello.
Iniwan ka namin eh!
Wala ako na. I feel bad,
Wala
man.
akong nakikita. Turn na lang, Isko.
Oh yeah.
That's his choice.
Expect next session for like a very like pasabog drama of like essentially like Isco felt the brunt of all of it because everybody left and he dealt with the sins. He's still paying
I'm
debts.
so sorry.
So I wonder how Isco's gonna react to everybody for that. Seeing as they're all happy and he did things in those 3
Yeah.
months.
Oh
no.
My D is petty. I must save it
Yes,
for the next session.
yeah, we'll get ready for that
Tayo
drama.
training
So,
arc
si-
siya,
ano-
trauma arc.
Yeah.
Anong pangalan ng ano? Anong pangalan ng karakter ni Aji? Jepoy?
Yeah,
Jepoy,
Jepoy. Yeah,
Oo. Nagtanan kasi si Isko pati si Jepoy. Ano ba?
yeah.
We were roommates.
Oh. No.
And they were roommates, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
That's mine.
Thank you, Lucia. Okay, Itim, what is your how you feeling? Checking in and your favorite scene and things to improve.
Nothing to improve. I really liked how Dato Puti was characterized. It fit perfectly with what I wanted. It fit perfectly. The exchange earlier, sobrang wow. It kind of hurt IRL. That's saying something. That's really good.
Sorry, it's like knives were been given, and I'm just like, okay, knife, stab. I just work with the
Yes.
resources.
Yes.
Knife.
Tapos talo pa ako sa tongits.
What's it?
You won the first few games, man.
Skill issue!
Sure.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yung mas toxic sa amin si Lucia.
Hindi, like, ganito kasi yan. Habang nagbabaraha tayo, minsan kami nagsa-Spanish. Like, may 3 ka ba dyan? Hulugin mo nga.
We play dirty to beat you.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, of course. It's in your blood. It's in your blood.
Hello. Alright.
Ganun na talaga. I made an effort to learn your language, but you didn't learn mine. O sige, may 4 ka ba no? Sabayin mo nga. May king ako.
While you were studying Spanish, while you were studying Tagalog, I was studying how to run like Sisa. Okay. You are different. I'm faster.
Very important lesson.
Oh, and how did that help
That
you?
is
with
hard.
Tony? How did that help you?
Understandable.
Well, it's-
He can now eat the earth.
Awesome.
He can now eat soil.
Alright.
I can leave Isco faster. That's the lesson here.
Yeah.
Yes.
He can start scaring you all like Sisa does.
Yes.
God damn. I was so worried about. I
Ano,
forgot the
funny thing is,
territorial. I forgot about that. I was like, oh shit. Cisa actually ran up to him. Like, oh
I
god.
was actually like, I was actually like down for. I kind of like foreseen na, more Itim would probably like stab me at the very
Aggressive.
least. So we just were like, yeah, sure, I'm done with that because I like the idea of Sisa like running towards him and all of a sudden there's a bolo going straight to her stomach.
Yes.
Awesome.
I was gonna
That's
tackle
why-
you. I
It's
was
their
gonna-
love language.
Yes.
Oh yes, it's violence.
That.
like she's just gonna greet him with all the blood in her in her new outfit.
God
Ay,
damn.
shit!
You're playing Malkavian right, man. You're
Oh my
playing
God.
Malkavian right.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, wife.
Is
tawa ako. I'm not gonna lie, I laughed at that. It's like, oh, you will meet your asawa. And I was like, wait, what? Wait.
Sobrang nagulat ako doon.
I was like,
Saan nanggaling yun?
natawa ako.
What was ano?
That's the only
What was
memory he
ano?
has. Like, oh, there's this married couple that is running towards them, and then they're attacking, and then they have a child that is a log.
That's how he traumatized Isko.
God damn, God.
Yes.
I remember that.
Speaking
The
of,
funny thing is, as far as I remember, that skill like has a certain like period on how long it's gonna last. I
yeah,
just don't know how much it should be because it's been a while since I first succeeded that role. So I don't
Yeah.
know how long that trauma is gonna stick.
it should go away, but the remnants of it will be the player choice if they stick with the fear, for that. You know, like when, psychology stuff, most people would remember the negative emotions, so it would stick to them, like the fear, even if
Yep.
the source of the fear is gone. So yeah, so it's a player choice if they stay afraid or not.
I mean, I would say he's not openly afraid of her anymore, but he does know what she can do. So it's like, even though he still has some kind of humor, he will not provoke her.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
she got someone
You
in
can
court.
provoke Igor, but not Caesar.
No, provoking the woman. Yeah.
Yes, don't provoke the Batyao. Be safe, be safe. But yes, last but not the least on the list on check-ins, Isko, how are you feeling? Favorite scene, and then things to improve.
I'm great. I had so much fun. It's like Mage all over again.
Oh my god.
Trauma.
Oh, but really though, it's very fun. I like these things like that. I like hurting myself. But my favorite I would have to say is meeting with the others and then
Right.
them immediately just going savage and biting the
There.
dirt.
Attacking the
You
ghost.
were so good. No, that was a good idea, like summoning a ghost. Because I was super worried about territorial.
Yeah. I was like, should I feed him something? Or do I just put a stick on his mouth? Oh wait, I have something else. And then okay.
It worked. It worked
It
very
worked.
well.
Yes.
Indeed,
Now
And
I'm not this fun.
things to improve. I need to give names to my NPCs.
Yes, I
Not have names.
I do. The thing is, my notes remembered, and then I was just like, okay, let me check Notion. No, you mentioned it. I think in the first session, the dad and the mom. You mentioned names, and I'm like, I don't have time to
forgot
scroll
it.
through. Yeah, it's been a while, and like, I curse my
Notion.
my perma delete of files, all my notes, and don't put it. Okay, kids, learn your lessons. Put it in the cloud. Don't put it in a notepad. Don't put it in desktop for it to be deleted. Pain. Don't be an old person like me that still does notepads. Learn from my mistakes.
I do notepad.
Pain.
In the
Keep away.
cloud.
It is pain.
Yes, but yeah. Thank you guys for the first session. It was super fun, and I look forward to essentially the blood hunt of Itim, Yas, and the gang all
gosh.
together to deal with that threat, and the layers of complications with Isco, Sisa, and how Noe and Lucia will deal with those complications. I'm excited to deal with that, with the drama llamas. Okay, we're gonna raid out. Let's raid out real quick. To Blue Sky Robin. That's Old Man. I'm gonna be playing.
Man.
I'm gonna be playing Monster Hunter with him soon on Saturday. So Monster Hunter Sunburn.
Man, I downloaded Rise again.
Yes.
Then
So
when I
good.
saw your tweet,
Yes, I've been playing for a bit. It's been good. It's been good. Like playing in a good gaming PC. Ah, yes. Thank you, Kenny. By the way, I just want to thank the people that dropped by. Matilda, thank you for reading. It was super nice for you to send your friends over, and as well as Rat Slayer, aka Mark, who's always been a supporter of this channel. And we'll continue our gamings. We'll be running a community game for Devil Sin for Sharn Seria, which we will do a mafia fight. I think we'll be streaming it over at Mitch's side, and then we'll be doing SCP D&D Heroes Are Born on Friday. So tune into those stuff. But yes, thank you guys, and a
Yay!
raid message. Just
Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you guys, and here's the raid massage. View all 3.
Raid.
Yeah, we got 9 seconds.
That was
8,
great.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay!
Yeah, let's go.
Mario!
Mario.
Let's go.
It's a me.